What's up,
Yo,
everybody? Welcome back to Rage Mode Radio, episode 4. It's me, HatefulSlimy, and of course, Ninja Gamer is here today. And we're doing
ooh,
something special. We're gonna be talking to a fella from Romania. He's an artist that makes music, and he like pours his whole soul into what he does. Every lyric, every line. It's really, you might have heard of him under the SVRLive, but now he started fresh on a new channel called the SVR. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, SVR. How are you feeling today?
hey, amazing. I'm feeling better like yesterday.
Yes,
Nice.
yes.
It's
Congratulations.
it's it's pleasure to be here.
Yeah,
It's a big
yes,
ass pleasure, man.
Absolutely.
yes. But um, let huh. Okay, we're gonna start the questions. Uh, it's been like a week or two, or however long. We have not done an episode in a while. I forgot how to do this. But we're gonna start off with like basic questions, like starting with what first got you into music.
All right. So this all started back in like 2019, around in the summer.
Yeah.
So at the time, I was still in middle school, studying all that.
Yeah.
Um,
Yes.
when I first discovered music with English, all that in category, right?
Yeah.
I
hmm
thought, like my mind, I was like, one day I do want to become a musician. Something that I want to voice out my experiences with um, mental health issues, me in general, that benefits
You
me from.
you got an album on the works, if I'm correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Isn't it
But
the
now
one
in
where
the
you have
works.
like the punk rock type of stuff or something like that? Punk rap.
Basically, expansion pack. Like,
Yeah.
what I mean by an expansion pack is all collectively different types of music that people would like to hear.
Please bring me on the album. Bring me on a song like talk your shit type of song.
Yeah.
Yeah, talk your shit songs, really, like vulnerable side of things, just basically like craving in, real life issues that people have been gone through.
Do you
Yeah.
remember the exact moment where you knew this was more than just a hobby? Music, by the way.
Uh, I remember like one thing that I remember that I thought of myself when I started making music. I thought it was more like a business side of things rather than just like a hobby. I thought it was more about like, you know, bribing in for money matters and, try to get to the top of the charts. Because you see a lot of like even today's standards, you became something big that you're known for, and a lot of times when you get to the top of the charts, right?
Yeah.
You basically in this kind of side of things in this spot, you're basically screwed up because you just basically sold your soul for what? Like at what cost? It's nothing but a waste of time, in my opinion. You know, is so that's what I first initially thought when I first started making music. I thought it was like not to be like being like a serious matter. I thought it was more of like a business side of things, like I said.
hmm
What was the first song you ever made, and do you still have it?
Yes, I have it in my old YouTube channel, the one where I started back in 2016. So the first song that I made was called a Rap 2, and keep in mind it's all in a playlist where you see all the discographies of all the songs I have released amongst 6 years prior.
Nice.
Rap 2, Cheetos, many of those songs in
Cheetos.
particular. Yeah.
Oh, I remember. I remember.
Yeah, it was one of like the worst songs I ever recorded
I
because
mean, yeah, you just started.
Like
But
I just started. I didn't know anything like genuinely.
Yeah, and I remember APOC tell me like about the whole how you met him in the FNAF rap group,
a
and
nav
there
rap
was this
group.
dude. Yeah, and there was this. I think he said there was a dude that turned out to be a pedo. I don't know.
Damn.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. So they were saying that there were like rumors claiming to be someone that tried to do some horrific shit. One of the guys who passed away like months ago, if you guys remember, Noah,
Yeah,
and
rest in peace.
rest in peace.
Yeah, rest
Yeah,
in peace.
they were spreading a lot of rumors about the dude, about what he has done over the last like 14 years. And remind you, um, I didn't believe these rumors because I find it bullshit of a matter, and I never seen like someone to be something that they are not. I seen someone like a decent human being with mental disorders and physical disorders in particular. So that's where I met APOC with alongside with Noah, because he was like
Kind of in a bad way, honestly. That group, pedo and shit. That's kind of weird. But
I know.
yeah, my first song. It's I uploaded it and I obviously privated it because it's fucking bad. Um, and I have some really old, like also like my second track and my third track on some other channel, and it's privated too. It's really horrible. But yeah,
Yeah, I have a lot of my old stuff privated too, or deleted. Like either one.
yeah. I never delete stuff. I just private stuff because memory.
Like the only reason why I keep my other old stuff in public is because I want to remind them that I had a one point in my life where I had my flaws of music. I
Yeah.
didn't
Yeah,
know
I mean,
anything.
yeah. My thing on that I just want people to like the first impression of me is to be good. Like if they're gonna see an old ass song and it's gonna be fucking horrible, they're not gonna check the other stuff. That's the way I'm looking at
Exactly.
it. But I get your perspective. I think what you're doing is good with your old stuff, I guess, because now you also have a new channel.
Yeah, which I have more accessibility to do live streams and many others.
Exactly.
Oh,
Exactly.
but SVR, was anyone in
Yes.
your family like musical growing up? Whether they were in a band, rap, like anything? Did anyone in your
Uh,
family work around music?
so the only one in my family group that so let me tell you exactly. So my sister was at one point where they were at an assemble. You guys, you know what kind of like group where they do like practices, like festivals and all that, traditional
Yeah.
assemble school groups. So my sister was like the only one. My father was more into like Romanian traditional music. He back then that was like in these glory days around '90s, '80s, around that corner. He was used to play uh, accordion, um, and it was like more of our traditional Romanian type stuff. So it's nothing too crazy, really. It was just something to celebrate, kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Nice.
My mom, I don't think my mom has ever gotten into music, but she does like listen music that is conveying about message. So me and my sister were, well, mostly me. I'm probably the only one active when it comes to developing original music. My sister, on the other hand, she only does music that is made for festivals and practices, assemble kind of group. Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah. My cousin, she's a singer, and she sang on a on a kind of a big volleyball match before it. So she just sang, for the match.
I can't think of
It
anyone
was a
in my
big match.
family that's done music or just has anything to do with music besides like my cousin. She doesn't do anything with music, but she can sing really well. Like very impressive.
Hmm.
She's actually probably watching this podcast because she watches my stuff.
Nice.
Shout out to the cousin.
Yeah. So I have some questions for you.
Go ahead,
Um,
Ninja.
So you started your YouTube journey in 2019 with SVRLive. What made you launch that original channel?
Actually, have to correct you. I actually started my YouTube journey in 2016.
Oh, really?
Yes.
You want to elaborate?
All right. So, in 2016, when I first started my YouTube journey, and keep it in mind, this was during Christmas time, December 26, 2016. My first thought of like making the content, and I got help by my brother. Shout out to you, brother.
Shout out to you, brother.
Shout out to you.
Back to what I was saying. My brother helped me with the thought of the name of the SVR for one reason, is to keep it my content original.
The
Anything that I do.
V
R.
R.
And
podcast.
my first podcast. My first video that I made was like me playing Growtopia. Now,
I
back
love
then,
that game.
yes,
I used to play
Growtopia
that
was
on my phone back in the day, like 2014. That was a shit.
I used to play it on like my Windows 7 PC, like old PC.
Fun fact,
like,
I'm actually permanently banned for that game. Like, IP banned.
did you guys scammed?
Yeah,
Like,
No, I
the
said
game
some
was amazing.
I talked so much shit on that game. I all you have to know is I grew up on Call of Duty, Halo, so like I talk shit, and I got
But,
Yeah, I
permanently
just
banned. for that
slowly.
game.
Yeah, me. I just slowly stopped playing Growtopia.
That's the only reason I
yes.
haven't played it in years because it's just like I can't.
Okay.
So in that video, like when I first like making the first video, keep in mind it was not like any professional video editing in my back then.
Yeah.
So I used like Bandicam instead.
Bandicam
And I
is
had like
good if you have the actual paid version. If you have the trial,
yeah, I
it's
used
horrible.
free trial. I used a free trial
Yeah, just
instead.
15 minutes of recording. That's not good.
No, it's very stressful. And the way how I was speaking in the video is very off-putting to a lot of like American ears, considering the factor of like that accent. Oh, so let's say for example, like in the beginning, I was saying, "Hello guys, my name is the SVR and welcome to Grotopia." So let's go. As people were pointing out that I sounded like a Russian, Indian type, like
I'm
accent.
like Romanian. Like you. I don't know if it actually means like Russian. I know Russian, the language. I can speak it. You say the word "da," and that basically means yes. Does that mean yes in Romania?
Yes.
Oh, that's actually so cool.
Da means yes. So
Yeah, it's, in Russian that it's that way too.
hmm And moving forward to after like I was doing Growtopia, I was starting to do Roblox content around like in 2017, 2018, 2019. This is where I started to get introduced to Roblox wrestling. So if you guys don't know what Roblox wrestling means, it's like kind of like in real life wrestling, but not really. So you would have to use like this tool called cleans. Cleans being the punching bag, the equivalent of sword fighting. You have
Yeah,
to
I
like
think I played it with you once. The wrestling.
yes, you have to like click. So you have to basically like hit someone in the damage, like whether it's in the arm and in the back. It's very like pretty much basic, but it's kind of hard to manage it when you like swing it out.
It is.
So in Roblox Wrestling, I got like commonly known in the community for my gimmick that I made called the Punisher Ninja Noob. Yes, I know it sounds like a luchador. Now it sounds like something I would wear with mask. I know, but in all actuality, it does connect with me in terms of like the style of the gimmick. You know, the
Yeah.
style of the idea of like the Punisher Ninja Noob. Which keep in mind, it's a reference to the Marvel The Punisher. Do you guys love Marvel The Punisher? By the way, by any means?
I love it. I
I
love
love
John
the
Brintel.
the,
I
the, the
love
only
him.
like actual DC shows on Netflix I watched was The Flash, and I watched Gotham a little bit.
I love
I've
John
wanted to
Brintel.
watch The Punisher, but I just never got around to it. Literally no reason other
Yeah,
than that.
I watched The Punisher only because
The
John
Flash's
Brintel
CGI
was
and
in a.
writing is horrible. I'm gonna be so real.
Yeah, I only watched The Punisher because John Brintel was in there because I love John Brintel. He's like, he's my favorite The Walking Dead actor, so I watched The Punisher. It was
For
really
me,
good.
and for me, the only reason I like Marvel The Punisher is the concept idea of like the anti-hero aspect of
Yeah.
the main character. I love when
Yeah, I
people
love
are like,
Antihero.
I love when characters are like in between of their character development. They're not like being one-sided. They're
You're
like,
just one bad day away from being me.
Yeah, that's why I think Dexter is such a good concept because people love him, but he's a serial killer. He's
like
Antihero.
like the thing with
It's like
anti-heroes
the
is that
boys. Like the main characters of the boys, they're the good guys, but they're not good guys.
Yeah, Billy Billy Butcher is not a good guy.
Yeah.
like that's why I love the Punisher so much to where it's like, let me do something kind of like the Punisher, but my own version of it. I don't want to steal someone's identity. I want it to be myself. And so the idea really works well. And at the time when I was creating this gimmick, I was more of a babyface, aka good guy role, before I got to transition to multiple gimmicks, like say for example like Noob Styles, which is the equivalent of AJ Styles. You guys know AJ Styles, like the guy from TNA, WWE type wrestlers. Yeah. So in terms of like how well I was in during 2017, my content and Roblox wrestling, I think back in the day, you know, the era of Roblox wrestling back then was actually really grateful. How it came from trying to go to WWE 2K17 game all the way to you go to multiple federations. Years passed by, and the first like kind of a rap that I did in back in like 2018. This is where I started to kind of like use text to speech. Before I put my actual voice on it.
Wait, you did text-to-speech raps too?
Yeah, once. Only
oh
once.
my god, I used to do that too. When I first... Wow.
Yep, so...
Is that just something that
did,
everybody does?
So, yeah, pretty much. I mean, the point of like in 2018 was like, I would just go there and use this Microsoft Sim text to speech and copy paste the copy paste the lyrics from like auto rap battles and
the text to speech is never on beat. It's just like it's just talk.
It's just acapella. It's just acapella, like basically. And the video was like I would put a microphone inside of the character's mouth and it's like and
it's
like,
so bad.
It's so bad.
What PBM does.
But
yeah, PBM actually like PBM still thinks it's fire.
Yeah.
But back to what I was saying, like 2018 is like where it's like I was not taking music seriously until 2019.
Yeah.
This is where I started to like be like, all right, while I'm still was studying in middle school, let me just see what I can do. And I tested out those kind of limits where I want to record. But keeping in mind, those old songs, I was offbeat. I didn't had great qualities when it comes to lyricism.
Oh, I know about
mixing
being
and
off beat.
mastering.
I know how bad it was when I started horribly too.
Yeah, I grew up fast. I did improve really fast, but I still have those
Actually, you know what?
experiences.
I'm gonna put this in the podcast. This part right here. I'm gonna screen share this, and you guys are gonna see this. This is an actual thing that I made years ago, and it's still on YouTube. I gotta go to Drew Spicer. This is an old channel from someone, Dr. Spicer. And you gotta see, this is an actual thing. Yeah, my old channel was That One Gamer 737, and this is an actual song I made, and he reacted to it 7 years ago.
Oh my god! Look at the resolution.
That's not me, by the way. That's the person reacting.
I
This
know,
video-
but just look at the resolution. It's so.
I need to get to the
Why is it-
actual reactions.
Why is it pen to the right ear?
I don't know.
Oh,
I tried downloading that and it just wouldn't let me use it at all.
it's so bad.
Um,
I need to get to the actual song.
I think they call it that.
My old intro. It's
Oh
so
my god!
you can hear this is literally 2017, 2018. Oh my god, I had a 2017 intro.
Bro.
This song is horrible, by the way. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. What am I?
yeah, I'm kind of getting hang of this.
No!
What is even happening?
It's so bad. It's so bad. Oh, I literally. Oh my god. Listen to the words that I say.
Yeah, I'm kind of getting hang of this.
What is even happening? It's so bad. It's so bad. What is happening?
What the sound?
What? No.
What am I hearing?
I'm cringing out.
It's so bad.
I'm cringing out. Oh my
I'm
god!
cringing so hard.
That fast.
Why?
Hey, I'm here. Let's have some fun. YouTube is my life. Something like that. It's really weird, but tell you what, his phone was dying at that point.
Epic video.
Dumb cereal. What? Hey, I said a Halo bar right there. Did you? I don't know if you heard that.
Next to a commercial of Harry.
Can you like rewind it?
I think I said something about Halo.
Of Haribo's Fantastic, so you can make a big sandwich.
Sandwich.
Sorry.
I'm not listening to this anymore.
Yeah,
I'm not.
this is great.
I'm not watching this
Bro,
anymore.
I was like this, but it didn't sound like Squeaker in any shape or form, right? Like, hey,
That was horrible. That was
that was
actually
so
awful.
bad. That was so bad. Oh.
Then SVR, your song's just as bad.
In terms of like everything that I said is so nonsensical. Like,
It's
what
crazy.
what the hell was I thinking back then?
Yes, I said Peter likes the Griffin. Like
Dumb
what?
cereal. What the hell is dumb cereal?
I don't know. Like, it's crazy how much I improved.
Same with me. Like, it took me
my first song. You'd cringe hard.
like
Oh.
it took me 6 years to get this point. Like,
Yeah.
It was 7 months to get to this point. Anyways, next question. At some point you made the switch to the SVR. What was behind that move? Was it algorithm stuff, personal reasons, a rebrand?
Well, okay, so I don't know if you guys watched the video where I basically explained the reason why I don't have the accessibility to the channel anymore. Is because there was like one time where I got hacked during on Discord,
How'd you
and
get
Yeah, I
hacked?
remember that.
so apparently on Google, uh, I can't remember exactly like specifically what
I
happened,
remember
but I
you
do
sent me
remember.
like a Steam thing or something, and I never
Yeah,
clicked the link.
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
never click those links because there
I
was this
know.
one time
I'm never
where
clicking those links.
randomly my account, my Discord account, just sent those messages to everyone, and
hmm
like all my Google accounts were fine. The Discord account was fine, so I just changed my
My
password, and
my
it was
Google
like
was
it never
like
happened.
my Google was starting to act up. It was like, wait, so why I don't have the accessibility? So I was like trying to get back to access my Gmail and my Yahoo. My Yahoo didn't work anymore
Yahoo?
because
That's ancient.
yeah, I don't. Yeah, because that's the thing. Because
Yahoo doesn't
like I tried.
exist anymore.
Apparently, does still for some people. um, but I was trying to log into Yahoo, and it told me that during inactivity, I don't have the accessibility anymore. And I'm like, what the fuck? And so I was like, watching on YouTube, everything was fine. But then on Steam, apparently, will start acting up, and Discord will start to act up. And like, okay, is someone trying to hack my account? Like, like
Probably, man.
How scared
it,
were you? How much stuff did you lose? Did you have that like email connected to important things?
the Yahoo like email
Yeah.
specifically.
Yeah.
I was very concerned. Very concerned.
I remember that one time when I changed my password and then I was like going on YouTube and I'm seeing like a message on Gmail where I like saw someone changed the password and my retarded ass thought someone stole my account and the person changed the password, but no, it
Yeah.
was me. So I'm looking on YouTube and I'm not seeing the account connected. And I was like, no, co, I lost my account. And
And the
and
thing,
then I'm reconnecting. I'm just like, oh,
yeah.
what the fuck? I'm sped.
Yeah, I mean, I did change my Steam like password to back to what it was normal, so that way the hacker doesn't have my accessibility to the Steam account anymore. The thing was with my old YouTube channel is I also had like um well, I guess you could say I had like old phone number too. Keep in mind my old phone is broken, so that's kind of like the only reason why I decided to move into the SVR like now, like the rebranded thing, is because I feel like uh you know for several reasons, being like I wanted to get regain back my people in terms of like the people that were subscribed to my old channel needs to subscribe back to.
I am so mad. I had a YouTube channel. Like I had this channel from like 2014 or 2012 to like 2014 or 2015, maybe even 2016, and it like I don't know if I actually deleted it myself or what, but it like got banned or deleted or something, and I am so mad because the channel had so many videos on it and like stuff that was like way from like 2011. It's
Nostalgia.
just lost media of me. It's crazy. And the channel actually had an audience. Like,
Same.
it was like an actual channel that I had an audience. Like it wasn't that much. It It wasn't above 1,000, but it wasn't quite there, but it was near it. It was like
Same with
800,
mine.
900.
Mine was like over 613 subscribers. It was a lot. Like, a lot. And keep in mind, never, like, in my entire life will ever, like, sub-bot. Because...
Yeah. Wait,
you know,
do
it's...
you or Ninja relate to this? Back then, when I was a little kid, I would go to these shout-out live streams, or like sub-for-sub live streams.
Oh, I would. I would.
Oh,
I would.
yes, once.
I would dick ride a person and I would tell her, I'm gonna subscribe to you. You need to subscribe to me.
Yes,
back.
I would do the same thing.
Yes, I do. Yep, I did that one.
I don't do that anymore now.
No, I'm not doing it.
Because sub-for-sub, you're not getting actual subscribers. You're just getting people that subscribe to you because they want subscribers. So they don't actually watch you.
Yeah, exactly.
For me, I just wanted, like, the only reason I did it was because I want people to support my content creation to where they appreciate my criteria and creativity of what I do in terms of that.
Yeah,
it's not
but I hate it because it's like they don't actually watch my content.
There was a Roblox stream I used to watch all the time, and he was like a Roblox streamer on YouTube. He was so entertaining. I remember this one time. He was like playing Prison Life, and he was parodying Human Centipede with his like he had his subscribers and stuff join his game, and he just did a whole Human Centipede with the whole lobby, and it was funny.
Goddamn, I love Prison Life.
Yeah.
Bro,
I might try like if I ever gain my audience back on the Grim Apex account, I'm doing like a Prison Life live stream or something. I'm gonna try to recreate that. I'm gonna try to do like Human Centipede and stuff.
Oh, I love that game. I might even do Roblox streams because they're like, I'm gonna be honest. There's certain Roblox games that I do love.
I love Phantom Forces. Little Trap Dog, like he was a Phantom Forces dude. But yeah,
Phantom Forces was the shit back then. Like,
yeah, it was like Battlefield for Roblox.
Yeah, man.
But Ninja, do you have anything else to say, or do we want to move on?
Yeah.
go ahead.
So, do you ever regret that switch or feel like the old channel was part of your identity?
A little bit because, well, at the same time, I'm not because, think about like the limits about, to where, when you lose something, you have to find a way to redeem yourself.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. So, in the most exact way, it's like, even though I'm still to this day kind of concerned of not getting accessibility back to that old channel. I still think, think that that I don't regret making this decision. Yeah.
Just because you lost, like, think about it. If you never lost that channel, you would not be where you are now musically. You would probably still be making the same stuff you did on that channel. Like,
exactly.
A loss can be like losing something. You could also be gaining something. Like, like it's probably like God's plan. Think of it.
Well, yeah, that's what I say. Like, I don't regret it at the same time because it's a way to redeem yourself. To, like I said, to regain your people back to where it all started. It feels like 2060 all over again when you get to the YouTube channel, like creating all over again. Like, even though yes, I have 100, like as we speak, 117 subscribers. It doesn't mean like bad favors to me. It means like I'm doing something great for my start. To like,
just because your numbers aren't high doesn't mean that it doesn't matter. Like, you still have a community that is there.
Exactly. a variety of
Like every
community, I
stream
should
that
say.
I watch of yours, you have a lot of active. You actually get more people in your streams now than I do.
It's all because how I do it, and this is
Especially your
the same
podcast.
thing. Yeah, not only the podcast, because here's the thing, Willie and Ninja. What I do is I stay consistent and still promote my stuff like throughout all like social media. So
Yeah.
what I do is like I still promote it for reasons. I don't just go there and say, "Oh, a link and that's it." Like there
Yeah,
has
like
to be
APOC does.
like there has to be a reason why you're doing it in the first place. Some people hate the fact that I still promote my stuff too much, but I only doing it for the right benefits of me. Like I'm doing something that benefits
As
me.
long as you're not
Yeah.
annoying and you only like, let's say you're in my server, okay, and I had a self promotion channel,
Yes.
and all you never talk in my server or anything. The only time you ever send messages in my channel is when you're self promoting, like APOC. I'm gonna be honest. That's
Yeah.
the reason why I deleted the self promotion channel from my server because APOC he only ever interacted with my server when it involved self promoting, and that was annoying to me.
Yeah. It's like I get it. People hate the advertisement stuff, but you also got to understand,
Like
for some
advertising is
people,
fine, but just don't like
Uh,
you have to
yeah.
actually talk in my server or just like interact with me at least. Like don't just
Yeah,
like
ask for permission.
don't only message me when you want to show me something. Like actually like talk. Like interact.
Yeah, I only let my friends who interact.
Like JD now, he only ever sends me messages when he's promoting like his live streams or like his Kermit the Rapper stuff. No disrespect to you,
Mhm.
JD. I'm just like, it's kind of annoying. Like I wish that you would like talk to me or something more.
Yeah, like that's the thing, because and that's kind of the same things like my people in the community. They advertise me in DMs so much. They would just go, "Oh, show me this, show me some support and all that shit, and let me know what you're paying." Be like, if you're sending me too many times, there's no promises I can guarantee. Just let me take my time, and I'll think about it. Like and that's kind of it's so annoying. Like when you advertise it so much, just because you want, let's say you want Spotify listeners, you want more views and all that shit. No, that's not what I'm doing. Like that's not what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I only so promoted for right reasons. Like I said to many other people in my DMs, I only so promote it because it benefits me from, to keep this kind of engagement thing like gathered in terms of like criticisms, support, all of that.
Yeah.
That's exactly the goal that you would do as a content creator. You need to have people who are here to criticize you, and there's some people who are here to support you and all that.
This is what I
Like-
want. I want a group of friends or just like a group of people around me that aren't just my yes men. I want them to tell me when I fuck up. I want them to be honest with me. And I also I want I want to be able to like actually share what I like my my art and stuff with them and them being honest with me about it. And,
Exactly.
yeah.
Exactly. Like every
Yeah.
time Willie and Ninja, every time when you guys like message me about your guys' song, I will take my time to consider what I think about what it needs to be improved in terms of like the mixing, mastering, lyricism. Well, not lyricism because you guys' lyricism is solid enough to keep it engaging. But what I'm more worried about is like is sonically good and in many cases, like depending on the track itself and what it needs to improve. So like I like to always like point out pros and cons about it.
Yeah, it helps.
It helps to understand your it's also called self-awareness. So you got to be also make sure you're aware of what you're doing.
Exactly.
Yeah, in my opinion, criticism is really good. It's needed.
Yes.
It's very important.
Yeah.
for musicians.
But now, SVR, we're moving on to the next topic. Artistry and process, and just talking about how the music happens. So,
All right.
your music feels incredibly personal. What's your most personal song, and what's the story behind it?
My most personal song, I mean, there's so many that to count, but if I were to choose specifically for this matter, it has to be Reclusive.
I agree.
The reason-
Reclusive was so good.
The reason why I think it's personal for me is because it has a lot of value in terms of the topic. It relies on the idea of anti-socialism, the idea of being distant, the idea of being surrounded with large crowds and stuff like that. There's the thing that is like the most caring with the message behind it, and just it sonically is also appealing too. Like you got like the violins, you got the piano, and you got like what you needed in this content of
It was a very
the
cinematic beat.
Yeah, pretty much like what I was telling you, Willie, the other day about like when we first thought of making this song. I want it to be like something different. I want to experiment. I want something to be like a cinematography kind of a thing, where it's like it's NF type song to talk about real life issues and stuff like that. And so to me, Reclusive is all has a special place in my heart while making it, because it relies on people who are negatively antisocial. And that's what I think Reclusive is one of my favorites. And another one of my favorite songs that I'm proud of making is Lose Control, which
Control is really good. Lose control myself.
Fun fact, and I spoke about this on my channel. This song was actually an old song of mine that I released at a time when I was making it back in 2020. It was more like a having fun type thing. It was like variety of like at least 3 people in a song.
Yeah.
And back then I was still underdeveloped on lyricism and all the categories of factors in music to do. But looking back at it now, like when I remaked it, and now it makes a lot of sense to release it on Men's Mental Health Awareness Month, and to talk about like your mental health issues, your perspective of it.
Yeah.
It makes more sense now. So much better than
especially
before.
because men nowadays, like, or just like men in general, like it's always been like this, where like men, like
vulnerable, yeah.
Yeah, they're just like they're not allowed to express themselves without being shamed for it. But I feel like the tides are turning. Like in these past like 10 or so years, with artists like Dax or like even Tom MacDonald, it feels like men are more like it's more accepted of men to be vulnerable and to like actually show their like emotions.
Their emotion, yeah.
And nowadays they have to be an alpha male. You can express yourself. You have to be a man. But I hope it'll change soon enough.
Yeah.
I hope people like in men's perspective, like I hope they are stay sane and keeping themselves safe from the dangerous environments in
from
life.
the dangerous women. I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are some pretty bad women, but there's also some pretty bad men, pretty bad people in general.
Yes, toxic ones, yeah. But specifically ones who are too vulgar and too kind of like, I guess you could say, overconfident and not self-expressive, more self-sabotaged, I guess you can say, yeah.
Sabotaged. But
yeah.
Like with a song like Lose Control or just like Reclusive or anything, how do you even begin writing it? How do you begin writing the tracks? Is it melody first, a feeling, a line? Like what's the process?
My writing process? Okay, so here's like what I was doing even 6 years ago. So I will go on my way to write a notepad about, okay, so this is the great beat. So what do I need to feel like it needs to fit in for this kind of mood and stuff like that? Okay, so the title, because I was like looking for, because yes, now you have ChatGPT. There's a lot of ways you can do. So I would just go like,
ChatGPT sucks. It just no.
so I would just go think on my top of my head instead of going to ChatGPT. I would go top of my head and go, okay.
ChatGPT makes very cringe lyrics. Like, I'm gonna ask ChatGPT right now to write a song about depression, and it's gonna come out horrible.
And it makes no sense. Like, it makes no sense.
Write me a 16-bar verse about depression.
It's not comparable to what you're doing on, like, when you write on a notepad.
Woke up in a room that forgot how to shine. Clock ticking loud, but I'm stuck out of time. Mirror don't reflect, just a ghost in the glass. Smile on my face, but it's glued to a mask. That's what ChatGPT wrote. Those are like that's the first 4 bars.
It's like they're trying to be metaphorical so hard that it doesn't sound as sustaining.
Yeah.
Like, so what I like to do is, like, I go on Notepad. I go to think off the top of my head to go, okay, so what's the perfect description for this topic that I'm thinking of? Okay, so anti-socialism.
The most I would use like ChatGPT for when writing music is like only improving the lyrics that I already made.
Like, don't get me wrong, you can only use ChatGPT for
as a tool.
As a tool to, like, in case if you have more stuff to add up and you can, like, add it to your own.
Yeah.
You know, something wrong about that. So I would just go, okay.
Like, it's no different than having someone else help you slightly with your lyrics.
No, because that will kind of hold you back and kind of, like, rush you out in the most kind of waste of time way possible. So I just go anti-socialism. What's the song title? Reclusive. Now, I am a native English speaker, so I know in some cases, like, the meaning behind it. So I'll go anti-socialism, reclusive. Who I will have a song with, because I also want to make sure the song that I'm having a song with could be connected and get along.
Yeah.
So they have to, like, to sit through the song to be able to convey and, like, actually process it. That's what I do when I collaborate with people. I will send them on their way to Gmail sometimes, and just boom, send them take your time, no rush. But back to the writing aspect, though, because that's the important conversation we're talking about here. So I would just have the feeling. I have to have the feeling first. If I like it, let's roll out and let's think of by using Notepad.
Yeah.
I will write down the specific, like, words that I'll think off the top of my head and think about this, guys. I'm not a freestyler when I say this. I'm more of a songwriter type artist. So I like to songwrite. And usually when it comes to writing aspects, it will take me, like, sometimes 15 minutes, 20 minutes per minute, like, or at least a week to emphasize it together. So, and then after, like, I started, like, like, after I was done with writing, I would just go make the cover art, the next thing after that.
What programs?
Pay.net. Pay.net. Yep.
Nice.
Pay.net, because the simplicity it's the simplicity in the interface. It's a lot easier to, like, take up your time to edit out, like, the effects of
Photopea.
Like Photopea.
Photopea is like free Photoshop, but it's a website.
Yeah, I showed you Photopea. I'm the person who showed you it. Don't lie.
Well, I think
Mhm.
Kanoji showed me first, but then I forgot about it because I was dead set on Canva, but then you showed me and I was like, yeah, this is cool, and I didn't care about it again. And then recently I started using it again because Kanoji taught me some stuff.
Yes.
So after I done with the cover art, right? The next thing that a lot of people will do is use Audacity to record their parts. Now, a lot of people will say Audacity is like, oh, it's not a recording software. It's not the good way to start your music to get you this far. A lot of people will tell you you have to start BandLab to get to that point across. For me, since I've been around for 6 years, I like to use the old ways of
At
making
least
music.
at least I use BandLab and not GarageBand. I can't imagine using GarageBand. That shit's ass. I used it
Yeah,
before.
Oh boy, yeah. Think about the qualities. Like, it sounds dog shit. Like, but
GarageBand is
oh,
awful.
so I would just like record. Like, I will record and think of like the intricacy of the flow patterns, the rhythm specifically. I will
Yeah.
go something completely simple. Then I'll go switch it up something completely different that I've never done. Like specifically triplet, staccato, you name it. Like all these kind of rhythm names you see in the musicality of a lot of people that done it in today's standards. They done
One
this stuff.
breath goes staccato. One wrong vibe, I flip like fucking auto.
Yeah, yes. But
and
oh,
and and after like I was done with like finding like and also like I make sure my delivery matches like the atmosphere because
yeah.
you know I have my own rap style ways to do. So I it's not like I'm doing something kind of like what you see in today's up rappers where it's like, oh, you have to do the same flow over and over to
That's
keep
right. I have
this
a
whole
serious question about me
go,
specifically. Would you
go
say
ahead.
that I have a unique style, or do you think I'm just uh, like I'm just like other rappers or not?
And me.
I
And
think
me.
I think for its own right, you have a unique style.
Nice, because
Cause
I want to have a like my own thing. I want people to be like, "Oh, wow, this is cool."
and so back
Do
to
you
what I
think
was
I have a
saying.
unique style, SVR?
Yeah, like especially you utilize the new vocal style. Yes,
Yes,
hundred
exactly.
percent, hundred
Yeah,
percent. But back to what I was saying about the writing aspect, though. Um, so I just like I put up the vocals delivery, and then I record double vocals after that because I wanted to where it matches the energy. If you like record without it, it will sound completely empty out. It's nothing engaging, really. It's just your only vocals. Without double vocals, without ad libs, none of that.
yeah,
Like
Yeah.
I just use double vocals because I wanted to where the delivery that I use in songs matches and make it appealing so that it doesn't sound like I'm monotone like Drake or whatever not.
Have you ever made a song? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, after you can ask that. So right after I put it the double vocals and ad libs, I keep it things raw, and I will extract them to FL Studio. Now this is where in FL Studio you will have to do the mixing and mastering justice the most because you got to make sure it's also like balanced and good to everyone's ears because sometimes when you like hear it on speakers the bass is boosting too much
Yeah,
and when you hear like the vocals it's like it's kind of hard to kind of get it into like I get that a lot on people when you hear it during in the car and when you hear it during like the speaker boxes. Yeah, it's 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 I know it's annoying. It's very irritating. But like at the end of the day, it's speakers. Can you do anything about it? No. Uh, so I mix and master my vocals, like specifically tweaking the EQ. I'm put a vocal reverb, and I will just like put a little bit of a compressor. Yep, and then I will sometimes during my songs I will tune my vocals. Not too much. Keep it in mind. I don't want my vocals to sound robotic as fuck. So I would just put it somewhere in the middle. Like I will put it somewhere in the middle so that it makes sure my vocals it just matches where it's like for example D major, E major, A major, you name it.
Yeah.
All the key notes of the songs, and after that, like after I was like extracted as MP3 file the whole entire song when I have the beat and everything ready.
Yeah.
I would just go use and use CapCut for video editing matter. I know you guys would say CapCut is now pricey, expensive. It's not worth the time. I know, but at the end of the day, it's the only way that I want to like upload the videos to where I want to edit it, the audio and the cover art underneath it.
Yeah.
And boom. So to summarize altogether, I basically think of the top of my head, like as when I want to brainstorm the idea, what I want to go for in terms of the topic of the song, because that's where when you start collaborating with someone, you need to detail them the topic of the song, and they have to correlate, they follow it up, and sit through the song so they can understand the excitement. Or excitement, however you say in English. My bad. But yeah, that's how I do it, man.
Nice. Have you ever made a song that was so real it hurt to release?
The song that really hurt me to release in the first place.
Like it hurt, like it was so real to you that it was just like it made you feel something, like you cried or like it just like hurt in general.
Oh, I almost didn't want to release it. Like I almost didn't want to release the tribute song because it was one of those songs
you started
that
crying
really
on that song. It was powerful.
I was crying. I almost didn't want to release it because keep it in mind when I found it out by one of his families that passed away, I really felt like I didn't want to, but I did want to because I want to honor him, like, and want to experience, like, people want to experience, like, what I want to say, like, to pay my respects to the person I've been in a stoked with for, like, 5 years. 5 years in a row of friendship and everything. So, technically speaking, the tribute song itself is what I didn't want it to release it because it felt too emotional. It felt too
real,
too real and scarred out. You know?
Yeah. Do you feel
but
like
I did
that?
It anyways.
Do you feel like that process helped you heal, or did it just reopen the wounds?
It helped me. It helped me being open. It helped me like give it out, like give it my all, because it also helped me to like kind of get out of this rabbit hole of these kind of emotions, because even when I discovered that he passed away, try to progress like my certain reaction, it helped me like redeem myself, a reminder that hey, it's okay, life is short, everyone dies at one point. We have to keep going. Like it's just it helped me heal, like in most shape or form, healed me the
I can
most.
feel you. I've lost people too. My grandma, she had cancer. She was like
Rest in peace.
yeah, she was bedridden in our house, and she died one morning, and uh like I knew she was gone because my mom was saying like she was talking on the phone like when I was getting ready for school. This was like way back in like 2015 or 24. I don't know the exact year, but she was like just talking, saying like I went to wake her up and check on her or whatever she said, and she was just saying that she's gone and stuff. And I was just listening in, and then I went to school, and that was just in my head all day.
Oh man.
Yeah, so I know how
Rest
it
in
feels.
rest in peace, man. Rest
Yeah.
in peace. I lost my grandma and my grandpa because okay, my grandma passed away due to cancer as well, specifically similar to yours.
Yeah.
Um,
Hers was lung cancer, I'm pretty sure.
yeah, lung cancer. Yep,
Yeah, she
lung
smoked a
cancer.
lot.
And my grandpa passed away due to him being sick, specifically. Like
Yeah.
he was just sick, and you know, just had a thought in the thought of that, it saddens me.
And
Like,
cancer is a horrible disease.
Yeah, my uncle, he passed away because he had a disease in his liver. He had problems and he looked all yellow and then he passed away.
Yeah.
it's really really hard to watch, see someone close to you pass away during these tough times. Like,
Yeah, my uncle, I was really young. Like this was like 2008, 2009, a few years after I was born. I was born in 2005. So I don't really know him like that. Like I don't really know anything about him, but he was shot and murdered.
uh no,
Yeah, but I don't really know him, so but like my grandma, I knew her.
for sure.
Yeah.
Cruel world, man. Cruel world.
But hey, loss it could also be a powerful thing. Like without
Yeah,
losing these people, like it made you stronger. It made you stronger as a person.
yeah. It makes me like continue to grow as a person and as a musician to keep this grind going. Really, because when you have this learning process to know what you're doing in life, you'll be able to have this maturity and the involvement of you as a
Yeah.
person a lot of more strain, if anything.
Yeah. So, SVR, what artists or genres shape your sound?
Artist. So if we talk about like the inspirations in general, right?
Yeah.
And I know you guys gonna hate this because I know you guys have this kind of idea of like hating on an artist that is like mainstream because of how it's overhyped. It's like the hype train of the
I don't get
Just-
the hate for mainstream artists. I think like if some kind of art speaks to you, let it speak to you. It doesn't matter if the person is like mainstream or not. Like Mona Lisa is like that's the most famous painting in the world, but like doesn't mean that people can't look at it and be like, wow, that's beautiful. Like appreciate art.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I would say in terms of like hip hop and this is generally for me, my preservation. And I don't say this because I'm like BAS-man about it. I'm just saying like I'm appreciating more about the art, like in terms
Yeah.
of like
Yeah.
music and the style idea. I would like to say old school Eminem. Specifically the meaningful Eminem, not the Eminem where he was talking about shock values and all that. The meaningful Eminem where he was talking about experiences where he was, not feeling himself. Talk about the rock bottoms, like the song Rock Bottom. So and the idea of his like delivery voice is like it's so powerful and it has a conviction to it.
Yeah, you're taking inspiration with him from him.
Yeah, and like the idea of lyricism that it, because I'm looking at it because like my thing is like this. Some of the songs that I do a variety of things. Sometimes I go songs that is like more of a talking shit point, and a lot of times
Yeah.
I go talk about an expression of vulnerability, of mental health issues, and real life stuff. Like everyone that has the same exact experiences that they are going through. I would just like be expressive about it a lot of times.
Yeah.
So
SVR, how do you handle feedback, especially when people might not get the emotion behind what you're saying?
okay, well, how I do handle it in the most exact way possible. Sometimes, right? I would just like not give a fuck about like the criticism, and the only reason is because it doesn't correlate or relate to me. It doesn't relate to the exact what I need to improve because even if they don't get the emotions in the song, at least just appreciate the art of it. Appreciate
Yeah.
the idea of the effort that was dedicated to.
Exactly.
But a lot of times, like the closest people that I have will criticize me for not only for pointing out the pros and cons of what I need to improve. So remind you, it took me 6 years to figure out this whole criticism thing. I handle it like a professional human being,
Yeah.
a human being that is worthy enough to accept criticism how it is, not to where I wanted to hear what I need to hear in the most shaped up way possible. I handle it like a professional because I care enough to see what they think. It can improve. Like
Yeah.
like don't get me wrong, I'm not saying I'm perfect because everyone is not perfect
Yeah,
at
no
all
one's
either.
perfect.
I'm just saying like a lot of times they need to because people in general music, if they were at one point in their lives, right, where they want to discover my music from back then and to
Yeah.
now, they would just say like, "Yo, you have came a long way. You have improved a lot from those 6 years ago. I don't think you will need something to prove people wrong to tell it otherwise."
Yeah.
So, like I said, every criticism that it can be worth is as long as it's not ones that is like, oh, your English doesn't sound right. Oh, like what's another criticism? Like
I think your Romanian accent and like the way you talk is very unique, and I really like it.
I think it really works
oh
for what you're doing. But hold up.
Yes.
I'll be back. I really gotta pee. But Ninja, you two keep talking for now.
yeah, talk about
Alright.
this kind
Yeah.
of topic, yeah.
I'll be back.
Don't worry.
All right.
So back to what we're saying. Yeah, I agree. I think everyone has their own unique talent to their own right because growing up, it gives you more necessity. It's a necessity, and it's a development to the creativity of your music. It gives you more open. You're more
Yeah.
open minded, and uh, you're basically like branching out to the space of music that you're creating to the idea of like what my friend said, like turn your uniqueness into turn your weaknesses into uniqueness.
Yeah, I like when I rap, I don't rap on generic topics and generic lyrics. I talk about stuff that I care for and matters. Like, you remember Trigger Warning? I even showed APOC that song yesterday. I talked about the Torah, like uh talked about my faith, talked about my family, people I care for.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't talk about generic topics. I talk about
Yeah,
stuff
not
that
like
comes from my heart.
yeah, not like topics that are transcending in terms of like of today's standards. Like talk about being wealthy. Oh, being what you call this? Got all this like flexing and like got the muscles and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
Like no, that's not what you represent in music.
yeah,
What you
because
represent in music. Go ahead.
there are artists that rap just to rap. They're not actually like talking about themselves. They just rap for the sake of it. They don't actually bring stuff to the table. They would just rap. That's it. Rap just to rap.
Yeah, for me, I don't rap for rap's sake, and I will never say like I bar for bar's sake. I do it because I want to thrive in for the art. I want to
Yes.
people to understand what I'm saying, to understand where I'm coming from, and I want people to comprehend the idea of like appreciating the art that I'm creating this far in music, where it's something that you can relate. It's something that you can comprehend to where it's not something it's that complex to understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, instead of talking about generic topics on bitches, hoes, and money and drugs.
like talk about childhood memories, talk about like traumas, talk about like what you need for love and what you're fighting for
Yeah,
to stay
music is
alive.
supposed to be comforting.
It's not something like you will just bang over. No,
Exactly.
like that's not what we're here for, man.
Yeah.
Music, especially this fucked up generation that we're living in, people don't care about lyricism. People care about hype trains and the production. That's all they
Yeah.
care about. They don't care about lyricism.
Yeah. That brings me to the next question. Do you make music more for yourself or your listeners?
Okay, so if I say myself, it will sound very inauthentic
Mm-hmm.
because why would I make songs that is only for myself? Because I also want people to connect with me. Like I also want people to connect with these kind of songs that I correlate and relate with. If they
Yeah.
are experiencing the same ways, like for example, the whole reclusive, where you basically talk about, like I said, anti-socialism,
Yeah, or Sunshine Memories Lane, like that nostalgia and
the
how
nostalgia and the
life used to be
childhood
simpler.
peace, yeah. When life was simple, yeah, childhood peace, exactly. You will have to be connected.
Yeah, I
Like,
really love that topic because no one talks about it.
yeah, no one does, especially like the title of the song, "Sunshine Memory Lane." Something that there's like it's like you think of it like a painting picture. You think like you will have to fit into to like the color schemes and you paint a human and stuff like that. It's just got to make sure everything is like there. It's well
Yeah,
selected.
exactly.
So the whole like talk about like our perspectives of childhood peace was a good thing to do because not a lot of people know about my experiences when I had a childhood peace. That's
Yeah,
why I
like,
did that to branch it out to talk about the to talk about like when I first kind of what was like my own childhood piece. What was like back then that really fulfilled me and continued to be who I am as a person.
yeah, and people could relate.
Yeah, like don't get me wrong, people don't like schools, but I personally like middle school because it was so simple for me. It was taking it easy on me with the tutors and the teachers. It in amount of times, like being in such a normal school that I was in, right? It was a pleasure. Like,
Yeah, honestly, elementary was just the best because I
yeah, I
had no
know.
real worries in my life. I was worrying about the battle pass, like Jesus.
Battle pass.
like I, I didn't worry about exams, working out, doing stuff for myself. No, I cared about the battle pass in Fortnite back in 2017.
Oh man, I will tell you like this. Was me back in the day. I hated Fortnite. That I still kind of do to this day. And I will tell you why I hate Fortnite because I think I think me personally, and I hope everybody here in this podcast know that I'm not saying this like an offensive way. I just feel like it's overhyped, and I just feel like
It is.
I'm back.
Yeah, the thing is with me and Fortnite, it used to be amazing with friends and shit and family. Quite after season 12, I stopped playing, and then APOC. We discovered a kind of a unique mode that like I never played on Fortnite. It was really cool and fun, so we played it, and then we stopped, and I never touched Fortnite ever again.
Like I just can't be arsed about it, and it doesn't give me enough interest to give me like, all right, let me play Fortnite. Let's see.
What question are we at now?
The last question, in the thing.
How did this get to Fortnite? Do you make music more for yourself?
We were talking about
wait.
about the Sunshine Memories Lane, and we were talking about like nostalgia and stuff. And
Yes.
I was talking about Fortnite. How I used to play it.
Okay,
Yeah,
makes
and
sense.
how I said like Fortnite is overhyped and it doesn't really give me enough interest to be invested in. It just I can't be arsed about it.
It is overhyped.
Fortnite nowadays is overhyped, but back then it was really good.
Yeah, it was.
Pretty much.
Anyways, Willie, do you have any questions?
Not for this topic, but the next topic, which is mental health and emotions.
Go ahead.
So, SVR, you talk a lot about depression, pain, and personal struggles.
Yes.
What inspires you to be so open and honest?
I think it also comes with the factor of like, because you see a lot of people nowadays have done a lot of songs about these kind of topics like vulnerability matter.
Yeah.
Like J. Cole, NF, what else? Who else was another artist that really got into Dax?
Sometimes Tom McDonald touches like personal, like mental health.
Yeah, I like when he does that.
I feel like when I give myself open, it gives you more like a voice. Like it gives a voice of a matter that you are like this artist that want to voice out your perspective.
Sometimes like people don't have the luxury that we do, where they don't have microphones, they don't have all like computers and stuff where they can just like voice their opinions on videos, streams, songs, stuff like that. Where like we can talk for them, and they don't have that luxury. Some people, they wake up in a ditch every day. They don't have a house. They don't have food. We gotta,
And it's a good thing too, because I myself, right, I have a mental disorder. Only one mental disorder that I have is since I was a little kid, like since growing up. Autism. I have autism. And someone who's like, have this kind of like artifact when it comes to autisms, where it's like it's hard to explain things, it's hard to behave certain things, and it's kind of hard to like communicate side of things.
I have autism too, and sometimes like I'm the opposite. Instead of going into insane detail on things, I don't really go into enough detail. Like I'll explain things poorly. And like sometimes like people will like probably get frustrated or something with the way I explain things. Like I'll try to explain something in my point of view, and people like would be like, "Are you dumb? What are you even talking about?"
Yeah, it's same. Like I get that a lot, where it's like, bro, I'm trying my best to explain things. I'm trying my best I can to try to fulfill my explanation what I'm saying, because they get mad about it. It's like they don't care enough to take easy on you. And that's the thing with most autism. Is like you don't need it to be treated to be like they have to try hard on you. Like they don't have to take it easy on you, and that's why. Growing up, like born like in 2003, right? I think like taking it easy as like not doing too many complicated things in life was a good thing. Like,
The thing is, for me, it's the complete opposite. Like, personally for me. Like, I fought with my school. Like, I fought with the teachers and everything. They would try to, like, lecture me, like, by myself, away from the other students, or, like, try to single me out. And I hated that. I wanted to be treated like the other students. And, like, I fought with them. And, it was crazy. I got in trouble a lot in school.
Oh, I will
Because,
tell
like,
you only.
They would just,
Yeah.
like, instead of teaching me, like, with the rest of the class or something, they would, like, tutor me privately, or, like, they would just single me out, and I hated it.
I don't know about you, because I know your experience has been like rough for you, but in my case, when I was like in a middle school, the way how I was treated, I think it was fairly fine how it is, because they were aware of my mental disorder. They just like giving me like a good shot of like, you know, being treated with respect and the way how I am as a person. Like, as someone who is different compared to the other classes, I feel like they did something right. The tutors respect me. Everybody in that classroom respected me to how I am.
It's not that they did or didn't respect me, it's that, like, I specifically got, like, tutors and stuff, and no other kid did, and I hated that. I instead of, like, being, like, getting extra attention, I didn't want the extra attention. I wanted to be treated like everyone else. I don't
Same.
want to be treated special just because I'm autistic. And it's the same thing with, like, people that expect, like, pride parades or, like, celebrations for being gay. You're not. You shouldn't be treated differently or, like, special just because you're gay. Like, that's stupid. I don't want to be treated special just because I'm autistic. Treat me like a normal person.
At the same time, Willie, you also gotta make sure they don't want to push you away, because, you know, as someone who, like I said, you know, living in this kind of with mental disorder that I have, I don't consider too much of a special, because I feel like, you know, I've been getting a lot of help for myself for a lot of things, man. Like, you know, to improve myself, my behavior, my communication, my way of speaking things, and getting myself a therapy was a good thing to do for me.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm not saying it's a bad thing. Like, yeah, some people
I
with
know.
autism aren't like me, where they just want to be, like, some people with autism, they need that extra attention and stuff. But me, I didn't want the attention. I just wanted
It's
to
all
be
about-
treated like everyone else.
It's all about taking it easy on you and not hard on you. You know,
Yeah.
that's what really matters the most.
Like, there's this one kid, it was like 5th grade. He was in, like, a wheelchair. He was, like, really, really, like, mentally disabled. And I don't mean that in a mean way. Like, he was actually mentally disabled.
Yeah.
And, like, people like him deserve, like, all the attention and, like, the tutors and stuff. Like, me, I'm able to walk around. I'm able to speak. I don't need to wear a helmet or, like, headphones and shit to walk around. Like, I'm literally just a normal functioning human being. Like, take care of someone else, not me.
Exactly.
Like, there's other, like, people who are worse off than me that actually need the help.
I mean, I would say the same, because, like, I'm physically fine. Like, I'm be able to walk away.
Yeah, I
like,
never had to wear a helmet. I never had to do anything like
exactly
these
yeah.
other, like, people, like, I don't know if Noah's gonna get mad at me. You probably know Noah. He has an aunt, or I think it's his aunt. It's his grandma's. It's his grandma's daughter. I'm not gonna disclose her name. I'm gonna give her a fake name, Wendy. Wendy, she's like 25 or 30 or something, and she has, like, the brain of a 5-year-old. And I don't mean that in a mean way. Like, she cannot live by herself. She's not, like, potty trained or anything. She needs help.
It's kind of. I know it's very hard to kind of have this mindset. Like, a lot of times, like, like that's the thing. Is like when you get a therapy, you'll think it's a bad thing, but it's actually a good thing when
I
you're
don't think
in this like.
therapy's bad. I think
mean-
therapy gets too much hate.
Yeah,
Thank
well,
God better.
it's all about like because I know people will say, "Oh, the therapy is like snitching people and all that shit," but in all reality, no, they're not trying to snitch on you. Of course, if you try to push them away, of course, then they can
In
get
my
that
songs,
sensitive side of
whenever I
things.
say things like therapy didn't help me or whatever, I'm not saying therapy's bad. Like, if you really need therapy, get therapy. If you really think that's going to help you, do it. I'm just saying, like, God, in my opinion, helped me way more than therapy did. For me personally.
The idea of like God, like whole religion, stuff like that, helped
Yeah.
you to get this far. Yeah.
Like, since we're on the topic, this goes into the next question perfectly, actually. Have you ever hit a breaking point, mentally or spiritually, that just changed everything?
Like in a good way or a bad thing? Like if
Both.
you're
Have you ever hit a breaking point at all? Like,
multiple
good or
times,
bad?
multiple times, good and bad, both actually. Good. There was like there was a time where it's like I have this like let's go for a bad factor. Let me go into the specifics. So in terms of myself mentally, it's more like this kind of a thing that is like I've been like kind of self-doubted to questioning myself like is this worth it? Like is this something that
I
I'm
can relate
doing
to that.
great? Is this something that I'm doing in today good? Like is this good enough? Like this is not like when I say I'm self-doubting, I don't mean it like I'm actually doing it. I'm more of it's a feeling. It's a feeling, if anything. Like that's just me feeling something. Like I'm more concerned of like certain things in life. Sometimes when there's this bad situation happening, I just have this kind of like, you know, a breaking point where like, what am I doing? What the hell did I do?
I'm gonna
this
be
wrong?
honest. So much bad shit has happened in my life. Like, I'm not saying I've had it the worst. People have had it way worse than me. I'm just saying, like, for me personally, so much bad stuff has happened to me that at this point, like the good stuff is really, really noticeable. And like at this point, like I don't even bat an eye at the bad stuff. If something bad happens to me, I'm just like, well, what else could happen?
What else could happen? Exactly. Like what else can fathom? You know.
Like what
But
else
then-
could you throw at me?
But then you get the good side where it's like, I know I have something. I know I'm better than I'm better than this. Like I know what I'm capable of. I have to redeem myself like from everything that I gotten through over the last years in my life, to where I have to be myself. Like I have to be myself, and I have to step in like 2 feet and be like a human being, like everybody else. Be myself.
Exactly.
No
Like
one could-
I
like, no
talked
one-
about that exact same thing. Like in one of the songs that's on my new album. I'm not gonna promote it or anything. I've done this every single podcast, but
I know you have.
it's one of the songs. I don't know the exact one, but one of the lyrics are like, the lows feel low, and something about like how the lows feel low, and it's just like basically what I'm saying is I don't remember the exact lyrics, but what it's saying is that sadness is low, but like depression is lower or something. I don't know. It was just something along those lines.
And like the good things about it is like in life, right? Like I said, you'll be able to redeem yourself. You'll be able to do whatever you could, the best you can to continue this fulfillment in life. Like, for example, there's this moment where like I would take you like an example. Last year, I was finally waiting to get a controller to be able to play console games.
Yeah.
This was like a good breaking point mentally because I've been wanting to play a controller since I was 11, 12 years old. Like
What
I
console do you
remember
have?
console like the controller. I have a customizable like PlayStation 5 type sign. The design.
Nice.
Nice.
It has a Viking logo icon on, and it's black, well, no, but white and black specifically.
Bet. Nice, man.
It's really good. Like you be able to play all these kind of like supported controller type games on your PC. It's really worth it, and I've been waiting to get
On the
this.
emulators?
A lot of emulators, yes, and not just emulators, but in general too. Like,
Yeah. No, you can use controller for games. Yeah.
exactly. Like I haven't played a controller since I was, like I said, 11, 12 years old. Last time I played, like my first time playing it with a controller was literally Xbox 360 days.
SVR,
So good.
you seem so happy all the time. Like, even when you, like, bad stuff around you is happening, you just seem happy. Like, how do you not lose inspiration? How do you not, like, how do you just deal with burnouts or moments when the passion fades? Because, like, it seems like you never have those moments.
I have, but I have to hide it because the reality of it is like what you see me is a mask, like a mask behind the screen.
Yeah.
What I do in real life
like
is
that.
and what I do in real life is something way different. I keep it personal. What I'm dealing with burnout lazy is like during the late nights because a lot of times like when I try to do a song and or something productive in life, I feel like I lose energy.
When that
It's not like
happens, like, have you ever just thought about quitting music entirely? Like, whenever that happens?
yeah, I mean, self doubt comes to that part where it's like I have this doubt of a feeling like what like all this kind of overworking, all this like fucked up time schedules, right? It's like it's like what's the purpose of me continuing? That's like I had this thought of quitting music like months ago because all of that overwork and all of that like and being isolated because I'm like truth be told, guys, ever since I've been outside, I've been staying inside the most part, being isolated, and because what's like something important you go to spend time with your family. Like, I'm not saying I don't spend time with my family because I do on several occasions, but what I do something what's something important I would do with my family because they're doing their stuff, I doing my stuff. They're like they're pretty much individually they're doing their own stuff and I do my own stuff.
Yeah.
It's a family thing that they have their own things going on. I have my things going on, so that I don't have to get involved with what they're doing.
Yeah, I'm
Do
not
you
even gonna
believe-
lie. Like, since like COVID, like, I've completely changed as a person. And I'm not talking about like finding God. I'm talking about like, in the bad way. Like, I'm not like I became very antisocial. Like, before COVID, I was like very talkative, like towards people in public and stuff. Like, I was just like always outside. Now I'm barely like doing any of that.
Same with me. I mean, I'm not antisocial. I'm just more limited, basically. Like, I'm more limited, if anything, because there's barely anything you could do in outside, like where I'm from. Like, you can only just walk during the lakes, and that's it. But what about the beach? What about like trips? What we need something more of that. Like
I
can
go
just
every day. I make sure of that to keep myself sane.
like like I barely do anything besides that. So it's like what class I'm doing like outside of this life, like besides just staying on computer, sometimes watching TV, I go eat, looking at my phone, drinking water.
I'm gonna be honest, uh, I think a thing with the Bible, for example, like one of the seven deadly sins is like gluttony, which means like overeating or just overindulging something. I don't think it just is talking about food. I think it's just gluttony in general. Like too much of anything is bad for you, and let's say
As an
nowadays, like
example, yeah.
kids these days, they're just on their phones and stuff constantly, or like on their computers or something all day long.
Knowing that something bad can happen with your eyes, yeah.
Yeah, and like they're just antisocial nowadays.
Yeah,
They can't
I
talk
go out with
outside of a
friends.
screen.
I go out with friends like almost daily.
Yeah,
I work out like today in the morning. I didn't straight up go to my computer. I
And
had my normal morning routine, and me and my friends went to the beach, and then I went on Discord.
you're so lucky.
like
It's not warm enough to go to the beach yet for me.
It's
Yeah.
like the weather is like 23 Celsius right now.
33 Celsius, that's damn.
It's real.
Like it's insane, really.
Yeah, Ninja, you should ask your
like-
question after SVR talks.
Yeah, after I talk. Like ever since I'm 21 years old, I haven't got to find a proper job considering my limits of mental disorder. And that's the
Same.
thing that
And,
my
like,
family
so many people don't understand that. Like,
it's like the only like this is the see here's the reason why I kind of like, and I'm sorry if I want to go this deep here because I want people
go as
to
deep as you want.
because I want people and I want you guys to realize that I didn't want to do a job because of using mental disorder as an excuse is something like that helps. No, because I generally think this is something that people need to realize. So, and this was back when I didn't graduate in 8th grade, 9th grade, any of that. Like I stopped at 7th grade, middle school. So the only reason why I stopped school along in 7th grade, right? Because my family knows my limits with mental disorders, people with autism. They know if I do want to continue this far at 8 or 9, 10, 11, 12, like graduating into high school and all that, it will not gonna get me anywhere in any favor whatsoever. Because especially when people with disorder like that have zero experience with driving, and it'll be very hard for them to kind of capitalize in, and they will have this artifacts where it's like you will not be able to handle it the way you should and pretty much I've been promised to get a job to where something simple I want. I don't want something complicated. And I just find high school complicated. That's also probably the reason why my family refused
That's the
me
same
to
thing
go.
with me. I want to try to find, if I really do want to get a job. But, I want to get a job that's not going to, be, complicated for me or, something that I would be able to actually do.
Exactly. For example, if I want to go to the music part, I want to go to engineer, for instance. I want an engineer job. Something I could earn, something I could mix and master. Something that I want to see, what an actual studio looks like. I wanted to experience more on the engineer part.
Yeah.
And want to see all the instruments and also not also because like of the whole factor of stop, but also because financially wise, we have a low income, and we barely earn like amounts of money. We live in a world where we don't get paid well financially. Like it's not the fact that we are poor or anything. It's just that you know,
Not that you're poor, it's just that it's hard to be rich.
it's just that you're financially not stable. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So that's the reason why I said like it will take you too much time to get this whole job thing going forward, and especially with other priorities as an adult. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
he
That
used
makes
So,
sense.
do you believe art has the power to save lives, or maybe even your own?
I believe art saves a lot of people's lives because
Yeah.
it could save them from anything within their mental health, within their physicality, within their especially freedom of speech too. Like you be able to have the space that you're heading into, right? To be able to like say for example, uh like I saved myself from everything in life, not just music. But
Yeah.
after all the therapies, after all like the middle schooling, after all like the whole everything that I wanted to have in life, it helped me to keep going. It helped me
Yeah.
to
I'm gonna be.
to.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. It helped me keep going, and it keep me my heads up because I myself as a person feel like to control my emotions and to be able to maintain the integrity was something important to do, like as a person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like for me personally, like Ninja, you're gonna hate this, but like I'm gonna be completely honest. I'm not gonna bullshit. Kanye, he like his music, for example, it really did help me and saved me from a very tough place.
I used to love Kanye before 2022 when he was before he was a racist Nazi.
Yeah, a lot of the bullshit in my life and just like things I've lost or gone through.
I'm not gonna
Is
lie, he used to be one of my favorite artists, but now he's my least favorite artist.
Like it's so hard to even listen to him when
yeah,
you think about
Because
when you
his
think of
messages, they're not worth anything coming from him. He's a Nazi. He believes he's God. Like, what
and
kind of messages?
yeah.
and the only
I
good
can't even
and
listen to his
sadly
music now without.
sorry
I can't even listen to his music now without being like, wow, he's just a fraud. But
He's
real shit
like
though,
sadly
he really did like save me from a very, very tough spot in my life. Like I was just so, I was just not good mentally, and I, I just wasn't good. But like music really got me through it. And
yeah.
yes.
I think that also art in general is really helping. Not only music, but video games. My favorite game of all time that really helped me. Red Dead Redemption 2. The story and message behind it.
I know you have
Um,
that
Yeah, and
feel.
I heard a story from Ned Luke on a podcast, I think it was, and he said how a kid he was being bullied in school and he was like almost about to commit suicide, and he said that
yeah,
Red Dead Redemption 2 made him actually like it made him happy, and
that's
and
beautiful.
it gave him a purpose to
That's
keep going.
beautiful.
And imagine being an actor and hearing that. That's like so rewarding.
It really
So
is.
I appreciate Red Dead Redemption not only as a video game, as I appreciate it as a piece of art. It's a piece of art.
And a fan especially, yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
like
like
on
so much effort was put into this.
Vivid. I talked on this lightly and on my album in the song In Search of, or not In Search of Real, uh the one called Couldn't Kill Me, I talked about like stuff with my brother and stuff, and like Kanye distracted me from that stuff.
Yeah, you did tell me about it.
Yeah.
But I will say this, like, to comment about the whole Kanye thing. I mean, the only good thing that he has
It wasn't
on
just
his
Kanye,
hands,
by the way. There was other rappers, but it was like
I
Kanye was
know,
like the main
I know,
thing.
but I do want to point out something that I feel like you guys can agree on. The only good thing that he has in his hands left is the production,
Yeah.
mainly beats. That's it.
Yeah,
Anything else, throw the trash. Fuck that.
Yeah, I can't believe Apex still danced to the Nazi song. It's honestly, I don't understand. Like, he was against God, against Jesus, his God, and he was just proud of being a Nazi, even though he's an African American, which is a Nazi would kill him
I
nowadays.
lost so much. Not even so much. I lost all my respect for Kanye. Like he even if he comes out and like makes tweets or just like makes statements saying like, I'm sorry, yada yada yada. I don't forgive him. Like actions speak louder than words. Don't just say I'm sorry. Show that you're sorry.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Look,
It's a-
he said that he's sorry before, and look at him now. He's a Nazi again. Oh,
It's
don't
unfortunate.
forgive him.
You have this kind of fucked up mind state to have this, like, hey, you're only speaking to what you're saying, like, oh, I apologize, but you have to show it to, like, I don't know, just go to a charity and do it, prove it that you're actually
Donate to
sorry.
Jews. Donate to Jews. Show that you're not a racist and that you love Jews.
Yeah, so
Don't
that
just
you
say,
really
oh, I'm
care.
sorry. Like, don't just say it, just do it. Do it.
Ninja,
Yeah,
I have
prove
a
it all.
question. Do you think if like Kanye, do you think he knows like how influential and like his music is and like how his music has actually helped people, or do you just think he doesn't care? Because
Yes,
I'm
I
gonna
don't
be
think anyone is
because I'm gonna be honest. I think he's just so big that he's just lost touch with reality, and he just doesn't actually know that people actually like look up to him. So like his
I
words
think he
have
knows.
meaning. His words have power. So when
I
he's
believe that no one is dumb. I believe that he's
like,
aware.
no, I'm not saying he's not aware. I'm saying like he's like he's lost touch with reality. Like he's just like he doesn't give a shit, and he's just like he doesn't realize that his words have power because of his fame, his like stature. So like when he's saying all this anti-Semitic stuff or like stuff that's anti-God, people are gonna look up to him and agree with him and start like he's gonna start something horrible.
Yes, and he's already starting something horrible. That's why I don't care about him, or I hate to talk about him, because he shouldn't get any attention, in my opinion. He's just a retard right now.
Like I dead ass, I would listen to Ghost Town like every day, and I haven't heard that song in months now. Like I went from
I
listening to it literally
remember.
like every day.
Yeah, I remember.
On a daily basis.
I literally cried to like one of his like uh unreleased songs. It's about it's a song that he made about Virgil.
Virgil?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
called like Brothers or I don't even remember what it's called because I like wiped Kanye from my memory. Like I can't even listen to his music now. It just makes me sick.
Yeah, it really does.
Yep. It's unfortunate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very unfortunate. So SVR,
Yes.
do you think fans romanticize pain in artists too much?
Well, when you think about it logically, you're overdoing it. Yes and no. Well, yes, because it speaks values within their experience, and no, because a lot of like people who don't have those disorders and all this kind of influences never got to live in their shoes to understand that kind of a pain.
Yes.
Like for example, some people hate the fact that when they are making music about street life, it's like, oh, you have to make music about street life to actually understand the pain, broken glass, drug deals, and all that shit. And it's like, no.
I don't want
Like
to
for me,
rap about drugs, hookers, or gangbanging. I don't want to rap about the hood or like the ghetto. I want to rap about things that actually matter.
Inside Out, exactly, like Inside Out, like not specifically like, oh, you get in like hell toward all that. Like that's
Yeah.
not the type of music that we're making. So I would say
Exactly.
yes and no in general, because I feel like both sides of the story can be understandable.
Yeah. Fair. Based. So has anyone ever reached out saying your music helped them through something dark?
Yes, a lot of people that didn't make music actually have listened to me and helped them from the tough times. Like when they listen to stuff like Reclusive, Lose Control, they um help them, like, they actually like reach out to me, be like, yo, thank you for making this type
Yeah,
of
I
music.
read the comments. Like so many people were actually saying this song, like the song helped them. That
Yeah.
that made me happy.
Yeah, for you, like for the person, man.
Like people
And
were
telling me,
like knowing
yes,
that's something that me and you made SVR. That felt awesome. Like something that we made it made other people happy.
yes,
That's what I
yeah,
wanted
like
too. That's
like that's the goal. Like that's
yeah.
really the goal, really, because and it's also what it also, like I said, like previously, the art saves it, like saves a lot
For
of
real.
people's lives, for real. Like
Yeah.
Art is a powerful thing.
Yeah, I don't know if I ever told you guys this, but uh some random dude, I don't know him. He watched the song my most recent song called I think it was wait, let me check it. Uh it Filter War. He's Ukrainian and he told me how the war is like he's not really doing good and this song he really relates to it and he said that I'm underappreciated and that like made me feel really good and I wished him the best because we relate to each other. We're both in wars
I
and
guess,
I couldn't
in
imagine
other
what
words, I
I
guess in
really
other,
couldn't imagine what you were going through. Also, sorry, SVR. You can say what you wanted to say.
it's alright, Willie. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No,
I
I
want to say
interrupted
something
you.
like, I guess in other words, being underrated, because I know people will say, "Oh, be underrated means like, oh, you're just basically like uh not appreciated enough to be in the top charts and all that shit." Yeah, I mean, being labeled as underrated is actually a good thing, because not
That
a lot of
means
people
that you
talk
deserve to
about.
be bigger. Like saying
Yeah,
that you're
exactly.
underrated, you like they're saying that you're way too low. You should be higher.
Exactly. Like that's what I'm saying. Like I think I take it this whole underrated statement is a good thing,
yeah, same, totally.
because because I'm the type of guy that is like in underground music community, that I have a platform to uplift and to
Yeah.
be able to connect, like to a platform that is like, people can enjoy music, so like it's definitely worth being taken as a compliment rather than take it as a bad thing. So,
Yeah, for sure. I agree with you.
like, we don't get talked enough in our like music craft. So we definitely like needed more enough to be talked about, like our crafts.
Yeah,
Sure.
like because she's Ukrainian, he knows Russian also. I was surprised, and we talked in Russian. He's a good person.
For me, it's mostly like Americans and mostly Europeans, because they have gone through the same exact paths, and you know, just straight up say thank you for making this type of music. You're one of the most genuinely wonderful people I ever met in my entire life. Like it's just like it means really something to me. Like I guess what I'm doing in this like social media and online space is something good and not the bad.
Yeah, it is. It is. So, yeah. What's your relationship with therapy or healing, music aside?
So in terms of the therapy and so therapy in terms of like speaking, like
Yeah,
validating.
professional
In
and
terms
healing
of
in
the
general.
percentages,
In terms of the percentages. Nice one. I guess my relationship is it's a like a good and bad relationship because a good relationship that I have with music is basically just a duality, if anything, a duality of personalize your life experiences and be able to get this like thought out, like when you have music around your ears, it's like you wanted to touch it on your soul. It feels like you want to get into it, be like, let me get involved to it, let me have my own voice, let me do something about it. It's like it's such like when you create music, it's always good to do like writing
yeah.
about things,
Yeah.
just straight up like sitting through for hours. It's
But yeah.
it's like very it's a very good thing to do.
Yeah, but music aside.
Music aside, healing like as
Yeah,
myself.
just a general therapy, healing, not music related.
Sorry about that. Yeah, I didn't mean to.
Alright,
Nah,
it's
that's fine.
alright.
I know I like to talk about music a lot, so how much I love music. So, uh, so therapy and healing. So in general, it's a good and bad relationship.
Wanna
It's very
elaborate?
balanced. It's very balanced
Why is that?
because there's limits, right? There's limits where something bad influential happens, something good happens. At the end of the day, it's part of a humanity, like part of life in
Yeah.
general. It's just you don't expect everything to be perfect. Like if you have done a mistake, right? Is there
Yeah.
something you can like repair in any shape or form? Of course you can. You have to repair
Sometimes.
sometimes, yeah. But even if you didn't do anything, of course you're gonna get forcefully pushed in the most like it's like what are you doing with your physicality wise, like what are you doing, are you just damaging yourself, like what the hell is wrong with you?
Yeah.
So my family I have a good relationship with, like
That's
i
good.
have I have so much respect for helping me going through this like growth, and the purpose.
Yeah.
It's good to see like them helping me develop this kind of a relationship. There are some times in the moments where there's a bad relationship where it's like it's very miscommunicative. I hate like that kind of aspect where when you're dealing with family that are that old, right? You're just basically kind of like I don't know, being pushed away sometimes. But that's family. It happens to every single one of them. Like you don't expect everything to be such good in life
Yeah.
without having a proper communication,
Yeah.
Yeah, that
So
makes sense.
so I will say it's a good and a bad, like,
Yeah.
and I don't
Yeah,
mean
I
this in an
agree.
offensive way. So yeah.
All right. Let's talk about faith for a second.
All right.
what's your spiritual background, as in what is your religion? I know we've talked about this off like podcasts like in the past, but I want people that are watching to like know you and like understand you. So like, what's your religion and
All right.
spiritual background?
So in Romania, right, we are Orthodox Christian.
Yeah.
So the background that we have is like, I don't like for me, right? And this is for me. I don't go church every day, but I do want to say I have a Bible because
Nice.
I do read them in my language at least to kind of see like is there more to learn about. It's kind of like a learning lesson type of thing more than a kind of a guidance, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like wanting to know more about what it's like and for me it's like biblically speaking I haven't really got really touch it on, just because some a lot of times when you're a Christian you don't have to do everything what Christians do.
Yeah.
There's every
As
every
long as
one
if
part.
you like,
Yeah, go ahead.
as long as you believe that Jesus is your Lord and Savior, that's all that matters. Obviously, you have to respect it, like the rules and stuff. Like you
Yeah,
have to like follow the Ten Commandments.
e-
It's okay to like,
exactly,
it's okay to mess up. That's completely fine. We're all sinners. Like we mess up, we make
exactly.
mistakes. But if you love Jesus, that's all that matters, and you just have to repent and like believe in Him.
And well, I do want to say this, and this is me speaking about the whole thing with biblical, because I do want to say this, and I know I said this off of, like this radio podcast,
Yeah.
but I do want to say it here since I want to thank God, right? I want to thank God for my existence, really, and I want to thank God for everything that I'm prioritizing in this life. If I didn't have a family or anything that I have in life, I would not be here by now. Like honestly, I want to thank God and for being able to maintain this goal, for maintain to be who I am, and to be able to maintain this lane, really,
Yeah.
and
If it wasn't for God, I'd be
and
dead.
exactly.
Like I
If
genuinely believe that.
so, that's why I don't like have to follow like not to like follow. I don't have to do what every Christian does, like going to church every day, because everyone has their own lives to live and they have
Yeah.
to worry about their own stuff to do in their lives. It I just I go on read the Bible and just thank God for everything, like everything.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I thank God for everything, good, bad, it doesn't matter. Like
Hmm.
everything is part of His plan. Everything.
Hmm.
Like all the
yeah,
people I've lost, all the things I've gone through, it's all just it's to make me stronger, to help me. It's to build character.
Like, even if you don't believe in Jesus, right? Even if you don't believe God, right? At least appreciate our boundaries,
Yeah.
like our boundaries.
Even if you
And
don't believe in Jesus, Jesus believes in you.
I, me personally, I respect Christians. I'm a Jew. I don't believe Jesus is the
yeah,
Messiah. I do believe that Jesus was real, and I do believe some of his teachings were actually really good. But I don't believe he's the God. I believe that Adonai is the God, and because he didn't fulfill the prophecies. And yes, Christians say that his second coming will come, but it's all about belief from there. And I personally, I just don't. I believe that the Messiah will come in the future because the world does not look like a messianic world. There are
mhm.
wars and people are dying, and it's just my personal belief.
Yeah, that's
Everyone
complete.
has their own beliefs.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
that's
completely fine.
perfectly fine. Like all we can do as Christians is just pray that you'll change your mind. We can't force you to believe.
Yeah, these are my beliefs.
Yeah.
I respect Jesus. I believe is real. I believe his teachings were good,
Yeah,
and
Exactly.
and
I
I am
love and respect Judaism. The only thing I can really do is just pray that you come to Jesus. I can't force you. And
Yeah,
you probably think the same thing. Like, you can't force, like, all you can do is pray.
of course, yeah,
Yeah, just
and people
pray.
ask me if Jesus is in hell or heaven. I honestly don't have an answer. I believe Jesus was real, and I believe his teachings were good.
Well, in the Bible,
I'm not one of
Jesus did go to hell to save people from hell. And, like, so he does go to hell to, like, help us. But he doesn't stay there.
I am look. There are some people who don't even believe that Jesus was real. Muslims, especially, they don't believe Jesus is real. I believe he was real, and I believe his teachings were good.
Yeah,
And
Muslims
he
will
was a
straight up
good.
chop off our heads.
Yes, exactly.
But, SVR, has your belief in God always been strong or has it wavered?
I mean, not often
Nice.
because
That makes sense.
like to be fair, not often because like
Yeah, sometimes I struggle, you know. Like,
I
I
struggle
never
to.
stop believing, I just lose faith. Sometimes. But I always come right back. I just don't want to. I pray that I never actually stray away fully.
Yeah, it's like it's a it's like sometimes you have this moment where it's like because there's so many times when you have to like you forgot to believe in God and in anything you have accomplished in life and stuff like that. And I just I just simply like I said like in previously like I don't have to always do that.
Yeah.
I could just be myself and being human. Like I don't want to be atheist, but at the same time I don't want
And
to
by the way,
like.
SVR, church as it's described in the Bible is literally just a place of worship for God. Like, so,
Mm,
and,
yeah, I know
so
that.
that implies that, like, church can be anywhere. If you want to sit down and just, like, pray in your bedroom, that's your church. Like, church is
Yeah,
anywhere for me.
exactly. That's exactly what I do like in several occasions, not all the time. I just sit and I go in the church and kiss the photo of the whole like what it looks like in church and put the was it the light work thing? What was it called? Torch and boom. I
Yeah.
just call it for a day.
Have you ever doubted your salvation or felt like you weren't good enough for grace?
No, not really. Not really. I never really felt like I was doubting over salvation or anything like that. I just had.
Sometimes I have my doubts. Like, sometimes I like think like, do I really deserve to be saved?
Actually take back what I say. Yes, I do have some doubts about because this whole like being feared of something is like kind of the most biggest like uh outcome like biggest like concerns the certainties you have in life to where it's kind of like you know generally speaking the idea of like do I deserve to live, like do I deserve to do something good in life. What's my purpose?
Yeah,
So I do have some doubts, but
I
not
have
all
doubts.
often.
Like, I don't doubt God. I doubt myself.
Yeah, it's more of doubting about the choices in life,
Yeah.
if anything.
Like,
So
I look back on like the things I've done, or just look at myself, and I'm like, I'm self-reflective, and I'm like, is this really like, is this? Am I deserving of heaven?
Yeah, man, it's God will forgive. You just need to forgive yourself.
Yeah.
yeah, you just have to take a moment. Hey, apologize in advance
And
for your actions.
maybe that's part of the grace and forgiveness that Christians are supposed to have. You're not just supposed to forgive other people, you're supposed to forgive yourself.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like you also have to love yourself too. You can't just be dependent on people. You have to love yourself too.
Yeah.
So
What about you, Ninja?
I I did doubt myself before. If I deserve heaven or hell, I did, but then I understood that God will forgive me, unless I did something really wrong, like kill or rape someone. I will never do that.
Yeah.
But I understood that forgiving yourself is the hardest part, and God will forgive. So I
yeah,
it happens less frequently.
God will like forgive you for your actions that you have caused and all that stuff. You'll be able to redeem yourself.
Yes.
And that's a good thing.
It is.
Yeah.
So I have questions.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So SVR, I sometimes I feel like I'm faking faith just to keep myself grounded. Ever feel that way?
Faking faith. Like, do you mean like faking like believing in God and all that?
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
Uh, not really. Because um and this is when I were like, just specifically like, for example, my family is kind of like religious in a way. I don't really feel like I want to fake it because it will kind of be inauthentic. It will also be unnecessary move for me and to not even show it if I don't want to say it because
Yeah, makes
the,
sense.
Yeah.
uh the idea of having faith is like to be able to um you know believe in like in God to where you believe it for right reasons. You're not believing it for like wrong reasons.
Mm-hmm.
So
I
personally,
feel
not
you.
really in any shape or form.
Yeah, I makes sense.
Hmm.
So, um, what role does forgiveness play in your life?
What role does play forgiveness in life?
No,
Well,
what role does forgiveness play in your life?
in terms of like the whole God thing,
Yeah.
uh, it plays a role of to be forgiven to, like I said many times, like for the actions that you have caused, and you have to like redeem yourself. And also, I think another thing I want to mention is like, just accept that you're a human being
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Like, we all humans after all. So
Yeah, we are.
not everyone is perfect. So you just got to be accepted for how you was born. As long as you know, as you like maintain the goal of like keep this like road going
Yeah, none of us are
without
perfect. That's why Jesus sacrificed himself for us so that we have a chance.
so to we have a chance to live.
Yeah.
So
Otherwise we're just like living just to die and go to hell. But Jesus is
yep.
sacrifice.
Yeah, so we gotta like continue to live our life to the fullest.
Yeah, for him. Otherwise his sacrifice was for nothing.
Yeah, nothing but a waste of time. Exactly.
And I admit, like, I could be living my life way better.
I know there's
Yep.
some things that could have handled better in your life, but
Yeah.
at the end of the day, it's part of
Like I've
our
done
life.
things, I've said things, even things I haven't done. Like there's like things I should have done.
Yeah, that too.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That too, especially for me at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I have like basically pretty much like, you know, just continue to live our life to the fullest and be who you are and to keep your lane tight, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I personally do this. SVR, do you pray before you make music or perform?
I pray before I go to sleep, actually, because you
Sometimes
know,
I forget, and I need to, like, I beat myself up over that. I need to pray before I sleep, even when I wake up.
I
so
do every time I wake up. It's really important.
Yeah,
and I
because
mostly
like
like pray
you
in the
gotta
church.
start your day with that positive mindset, and like you gotta have God be there over you. Like,
Exactly.
Yeah,
if
I'm mostly
if
yeah.
you don't,
Go
if you
ahead.
can't take even 5 minutes out of your day to like talk to God when you wake up, for example, even though God took like he made you, like
Mm-hmm.
how selfish is that?
Yeah, and
Very, very
five
selfish.
minutes. Just 5 minutes instead of like doing like bad stuff for you or just things that in general. Like, why not pray? And like, you're eating every day. Why not pray every day?
Yeah. Oh, a thing I really want to start doing. I want to pray like before I eat. Like I want to bless my food.
I always do that. The full, the full blessing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, for me, it's like I said, I pray before I go to sleep because like I want to make sure I get a good amount of sleep.
Now, do you pray out loud or do you pray in your head? Me personally, I like, so, I'll go in and out. Like I'll whisper some words, but other like I'll be like, "Dear God," and then like I'll like say some of it in my head, and then like I'll say some of it out loud.
I personally whisper.
I will go softer because like you know I don't want to say it out loud because I
It's
feel like
very
it's
strong words, but you
Yeah.
whisper them.
Yeah,
yeah
because
soft.
in the Bible, for us at least, I don't know if it's the same in Judaism. It tells us to pray in private because if you pray in public and you want to be seen praying, you're just doing it for yourself. You're doing it so that other people look at you and they're like that they're proud of you, or like you're doing it for other people instead of doing it for God. That's the problem
You,
with like Muslims. Like they'll pray in public, like they'll pray in the middle of the streets and stuff instead of in private.
yeah, we both value praying in public and private, so I do both.
Now, I'm not saying
I
there's
go
anything wrong with in public. I mean uh like in like public streets. Like if you're actually disrupting like people, that's wrong in my opinion.
yeah
And I mean like
I would say
stopping
Yeah,
traffic or like straight up like ruining people's day.
yeah, in Judaism, it
Like praying in
teaches
your
us.
temples and
Yeah,
stuff, that's fine.
yeah, in Judaism, it teaches us that private prayer is important,
Yeah.
and it's like especially for personal and emotional expression.
Yeah.
hmm that's why I say like I will pray privately mostly because I feel like it's much more open and it
And
gives
it's more
more
personal.
fresh air. It feels more personal to like let it like you know myself know that hey God, here's this, here's that.
Yep, exactly. Um, if SVR, if you could talk directly to God in one line of a verse, what would you say?
One line, I would
Yep.
say. Well, that's hard to express because it's really like kind of touchy to talk about in general. But one verse. I mean, a I haven't touched the Bible for like a while, so I might not remember a verse.
No, like
That
a song,
kinda-
like what? If you could like write a song that would be directed towards God, like, and it's like
Ah,
one line from
the,
that song directed towards him, what line would it be? Like, what would you say is what he means?
I would say, "Forgive me, Father, for
The way I
for
waste
the
my
way
time.
for the way I brood and waste my time." Yeah, yeah.
That's powerful.
Yeah, I will. The thing I would tell God, I will tell him that I'm trying, even when it doesn't look like I am.
Mhm.
He knows it.
Mm.
Like, God knows that you're trying, even if you don't have to tell him. But I mean, it's respectful to tell him because, like, you should still talk to him, even if he's omnipresent and stuff. Like, you should still talk to him.
I do it out of respect.
Yeah, it's just like
Mhm.
if I walk around and I'm just like, God knows that I love him. I don't have to say anything. He's omnipresent. Like, do I really love God if I'm not even taking like a few minutes out of my day, even like 20 seconds, just to like check in? Like, that's just I don't. You don't love God. Like, I'm guilty of
Yeah.
this. I need to pray and talk to him way more. I need.
Yeah, I'm telling him that just to show him that I love him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just let him know how it is, man.
Yes.
Like, it's just like I need to pray more. But we're gonna move on to the next topic. Identity and
Alright.
depth. SVR. You answer questions like you're writing a novel. Like, you'll turn a simple yes into a paragraph. What makes you speak with so much detail?
I feel like when I speak so much informative, it gives a lot of people better understanding. Because when people ask me questions about certain things about me, right, I will just go in detail, be informative,
Yeah.
my best I can in my ability to say yes, and here's the reason why. Type
Like,
thing.
someone could ask you, like, what do you think of cheese pizza? And you would go into detail about it and be like, oh, in
Yeah,
terms of the
it is.
cheesiness, and then, like, you would go into detail about, like, how
I was
cheesy
just
it
going
is,
into like informative
delicacy of
detail,
it. Yeah.
the legacy of it. Yeah, yep. That's pretty much me. Like
Do
being
you,
informative.
yeah, do you write lyrics the same way, or just let it flow out with layers?
I will just let it flow because okay, if I'm being too very specific, it's gonna be very complicated for people to comprehend it. Because the average of a brainer of people just straight up say like they don't understand the lyrics because they don't have this kind of like the tongue of an English speaker
Yeah.
to understand words.
Do
It's so
do you think?
yeah like
Oh, sorry.
so yeah I would just simply let it out.
Yeah. Do you think people ever misunderstand you or think you're being dramatic when you're really just being honest? When you go into detail like that?
I feel like it's more misunderstood, if anything, because like so many times whenever I try to explain to people about a lot of things, they would just be like, wait, what? Like, are you saying this, that?" Like they would just completely take out of context and like try to twist my words and
Yeah.
type shit.
Like,
That's
I
like
would
that's
just
Oh,
not to
sorry.
me.
What's something
no
about
no.
you most people completely miss?
What's one thing? I feel like the discography of my music and just me as a person. But I know it's two things, but I will say one thing. My catalog in music.
Yeah.
They never really have this enough time to even consider pay attention to me whenever I like and I will share like in the comments down below by the time it ends this recording the playlist of the music so you guys can like you guys in the community for people of Willie's people and Ninja's people to actually be able to see the flaws, see exactly what I do. Check out my podcast, check out my everything to be able to understand me as a person. Or you could just meet me up in a like. And I don't mind like when new people coming in to kind of like get along with me as long as they don't seem to be random and weird and try to say something completely out of context.
Yeah.
So there's limits that I want to make sure I want to keep this headspace clear, to keep my slate wiped.
Yeah, that completely makes sense.
Mm-hmm. So that's one thing that people need to pay attention to the most is my catalog of music, like what I do, and just my personality trait.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, for sure.
So anything else?
Ask your question. We're waiting on
Okay.
you.
Do you feel like you live more in your head than in the world?
Mentally, uh, not a lot, because when I'm living in my head, rent free, to people, it just makes me feel like I look bad.
Hmm.
It doesn't seem to be right in my alley, and I feel like I'm better than that. I don't want to be a type of person to care about invalidity of people being valid about what they say about
Yeah.
me.
Makes sense.
I just feel like I care about people who I understand what they're coming from, and not to be like thrown out of their existence and fashion mouth what they say. Like what I mean is like the closest people in my space that I have in life where I could completely fathom and understand. As long as they don't try too hard to kind of like say something completely complex that I don't understand. They have to be specifically say something very simple. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Um, do you overanalyze yourself, or is that introspection where art comes from?
I mean, it's kind of stupid to say that over analyze myself when I'm introducing myself is kind of like. I mean, there's nothing wrong about it, but I feel like it can get annoying to a lot. But I feel like introspection comes in art because being introspective about it is what represents you, not
Yeah.
only you musically, but also you as a person, and behind that mask, you know.
Yeah, totally. Uh, what scares you more, being truly seen or being truly misunderstood?
Uh, I feel like what really scares me the most, and I know I've said that being misunderstood is
I
completely
agree.
like a huge part of the today's society, really. You know, so I would say I'm scared of being misunderstood over and over again because like you never know when you meet someone, they would just throw you something and completely be like, okay, they understand what I'm saying, like, like, what's so wrong with what I'm saying?
I'm scared
Like,
of someone like taking my messages from my songs and like turning them into something that they're not, like a positive message about God or something. I'm scared that they'll take that as like me like condemning people that aren't believing in God or something, like trying to push them away, for example. Like, no, I don't want you guys to leave. I want you guys to come to God, for example.
I agree because I don't have nothing to hide. I just want to be understood.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to be understood in life. Like, in music, I wanted to be understood and appreciative with my art. Like I appreciate the hard work and the dedication I'm putting in. As long as there's no more like the typical things that they say, like, "Oh, you're this because I want you to make a hype train music." Like, no, I'm doing what I do, what I consider to enjoy.
Amen.
There's nothing that you could. There's nothing you could do to control what I do. Like, exactly. So, amen.
Yeah.
Like,
Um, what's the one truth you wish people knew about you without having to say it?
be accepted for who I am, or who I am as a person. Like,
Nice.
like the truth that people need to know about me is like, well, to a chronological, like logical sense, like be accepted for who I am as a person. Like, sure, you will think I'm just a average person that is like in today's standards. No, I'm a someone with experience, someone with issues that need to be accepted for how it is, how it should be. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like it's like take an easy route instead of a hard route to be able to be socialized good enough to understood the inside of, because I want something, positive. I want something to people that can be happy, where they can have something to laugh about. They can have something to, just without getting themselves out of their head to have this rabbit hole and just straight up say something negative. I want something people can be positive and enjoy, like content creation, music, podcast, gaming, people making like funny moments. I want people to be accept, like everything, like, well, I want people to be equal and be accepted.
Yeah.
Like, that's one truth that they need to accept, man.
We were,
Is
yeah,
be
every single one of us were made in God's image. So,
Mhm.
like, to hate one of us would be to hate all of us. And that would,
Yeah.
in my opinion, if I just, like, hate one of God's creations, like, that's just a F you to God. Like,
No,
I
Ramsey.
could disagree with someone, or, like, just
Yeah,
not respect
long
them,
as you
but,
keep
like,
it
I don't
respectful.
have hate
Yeah.
for them.
As long as you keep it respectful, that is, you know, like as
Like,
long as you keep it respectful.
everyone's beautiful in their own way. Like, I'm not saying
Exactly.
I'm not saying some people aren't, like, more attractive or, like, stuff like that. Like,
Because I'm pretty sure outside of online, they are beautiful. They're good. Like, they're positive.
yeah.
There's no way they
What I
can
mean
act
by
like
that is,
this
like,
in online.
everyone was made in God's image. Everyone is like beautiful in their own way.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah. Like, you don't have to compare to someone with their intelligence.
yeah.
You don't really have to do that. Everyone is just intelligent in their own right. Like, I am intelligent in my own right because I was raised this way, and there's nothing I can do about it. Like, I have to be who I am. Like, I have to be this kind of person where, like, I can sometimes be weird. Yeah, I can sometimes be this kind of a thing. And that's because, out of boredom, sometimes I'm bored of something.
Yeah. Like, SVR, where do you see yourself in 6 months? Not just career-wise, but mentally, spiritually.
6 months?
Yeah, or just, like, within a year, or just however long. Where do you see yourself? Like, spiritually or mentally?
I see myself as keep going, and specifically, like, keep evolving as a person, keep evolving, keep having this, like, navigation in life to where I want to do something more,
Nice.
like continue to mature and be able to be connected to you guys, and especially the people around me. Like, like I would like to do something that is like, something that I want to be surprised about, like, getting what I wanted, like financially and all that. I'm doing my best I could, but
Yeah.
one thing for sure is that I want to keep going. Like, one thing is like I want to, the next few years of myself is continue to be better mentally, continue to have this good navigation of varieties in the community and in life, and continue to be loved.
And sir,
Yeah,
I don't know if
bass.
anyone has ever said this to you, but you should consider being a public speaker. Like, you're really good at it. Like, you should, like, do TED Talks or something, like, be an inspirational speaker.
I mean, I have done this in my tech talks. Actually, I talked about like vlogs. Like, I talk about like everything that's like this. So I just like to, even my podcast, right? I would simply like go in and say, like, for example, what was the beginning? Oh yeah, I hope you guys stay safe, stay healthy, and be sure to be okay with yourselves within the mental health stem.
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah,
That intro's
was it.
iconic.
Yeah, that's like something like new that I had in mind a couple of years back. And I was like, since people have mental health issues, I want to have this support and say a perfect way to briefly give a piece of advice to keep these people with mental health issues like engaging before everything starts to be entertaining.
Yeah. I have a question. What's next for you? Do you have any new projects coming out? Anything like that?
Yes,
Albums,
I have.
singles, stuff like that?
Single wise, I have a song that I want to, not gather, but like more so releasing, because I'm been waiting to get this feature for a couple of weeks ago.
Mhm.
And this type of song that I'm doing is kind of like a type of talk your shit tracks, where you basically like you have something to say that you speak in your mind and whatnot. To what you need to do is like, you cut the bull crap type thing, and
Yeah.
it set it straight. In terms of albums, I mean, I've said this multiple times. I've been trying to get this working on the album for like 4 years. 4 years. Specifically, the album called The Underground Iceland. This album is something that I've been wanting to get into it for the last few years by, where I wanted to be an album where it's something to be immersive, something that will ride the journey where it needs to be, because there's gonna be moments where are unexpected, and there's moments where it's gonna be like, oh, something that is very, I guess you could say, a joyride,
Yeah. Okay, sir,
So-
I actually have one last, or not one last question, but I have another question. This one's not written out. This is a question I just came up with. So,
Go ahead, man.
is this a good idea for like an EP, like a small project? I have a plan for this. So it's called.
Oh yeah,
I
I told them about this.
I plan on having it be called like Made in Silence or something. And the whole premise of the EP is where each song, I don't hear the beat or anything while I'm rapping it. I don't hear the metronome, the beat, nothing. I'm just making it, and it's just made in silence. And I'll like, it's gonna be very artistic and just like me just having fun.
Oh,
Is that like a fun
like-
idea? Like, do you think that would turn out good?
I want to say this. I mean, the concept-wise is there, but here's the thing that a lot of artists that it is kind of hard to maintain that as, like, if you want to keep it going and all that. Is it hard to like rap in a cappella? Like,
I don't know. I've
Like,
never
is it
tried
good?
it. That's why it's gonna like be
I've
an experience.
see, if you're making an EP without a beat, this is gonna
No,
be
no,
very
no.
hard
There's
to-
gonna be a beat. I just won't hear it. That like You'll like.
Oh no, actually, yeah, it's a good idea. It's a good idea. I mean, it's something like
I
Crip
won't hear
done
it while recording. Yeah, I seen Crip's video on it. Like he tried it, and I was like, I want to do that, but I want to make a full EP off of it.
I mean, as long as you're on beat, obviously.
Yeah, and his
So-
thing actually turned out really good.
Yeah,
I'm
that's a
curious
good
about
idea,
that.
actually. Yes, it's actually really good, a good idea because you'll be able to because like, are you also gonna be songwriting as well, right?
Huh? Write it? Yeah, I'll write it.
All right, that's good. That's good. Yeah, I
I
think
like
my
the
opinion.
idea.
I like the idea because it's a something you've never done it before, and it's also a challenging move to do for an artist.
Yeah, what if I have a feature on one of the songs and like the feature doesn't even know like what they're supposed to do? They're just like they're in the same boat as me. They're just like they don't listen to the beat or anything. Would you
Yeah.
want a feature on one of those songs?
Yeah, sure, I'll be happy to.
That would be so
That would be
fun. And I want to try to make them serious songs, like talking about the normal stuff that I talk about, but it's going to be made in silence.
Yeah, you could also talk about social norms and stuff like that.
Yeah. But yeah, Ninja, you should ask your questions now.
All right.
Go ahead.
What's a goal you've never said out loud but really want?
Oh, let's go. I'm not gonna lie to you. Although I have said this like probably in real life, I want to say something in public that I want to achieve. I want to perform in concerts.
I
Like
would
specifically,
love to perform live, like specifically like Wake the Sheep or Invisible
Mhm.
Tears. Even Reborn. I would love to do Reborn.
yeah, like that's one thing I want to say. Like, bro, imagine this. Let's say, for example, I want to take up like because I want. Let's say this. I want to invite you, Willie, to my country, and I just tell you
We
like,
do
okay,
Reclusive live.
we do a reclusive, something that is like kind of touching, a very touchable topic of the anti-socialism, or let's say like we do
We do like Forgive
Put
Me
it-
Father, Living in Peace, like stuff like that.
put it down. Yup, he put it down. Yup,
That would be badass.
badass. And for Ninja, if he has a chance, right? That for the future preference for future projects, I will get into invite him to do Filter War, Sunshine Memory Lane.
I would love to
And,
hear Sunshine live. That would sound so sick. Sunshine Memory
Yes.
Lane.
Still would.
Yeah, just the crowd would just be smiling and then have raised their heads.
It would be badass. I actually want to visit Romania, like a vacation or some shit.
I think that would be a good idea for a vacation, like at least for a vacation to like go.
'Cause,
to
yeah,
Romania.
my best friend Nevo, he did go to Romania for like a week.
Awake in the peak.
Fun fact, right? This is a fun fact. It's something that I've been trying to say this. Apocalypse was supposed to be the guy to come into Romania originally.
Oh yeah, I remember him telling me like a year ago that he's gonna visit you in Romania.
Yes, because
Oh, that's gonna
he
be
wants-
so cool. You guys should do like a little vlog or something if you guys meet up.
Yeah, to talk about like our journey, our experiences when we first met, like doing a song together. Even that's another thing that
That would be so
bad.
badass.
That was so badass. Like, just be able to have this writing process together and think of something and to brainstorm it. Like,
Yeah, I would
Bro.
love to meet you in real life.
same,
me-
bro. I
Me and
want to.
Apoc, yesterday we talked on how we in the future I want to like we're gonna move to a U.S. state together and I'm gonna live next to Apoc. That would actually be sick.
And then you
Like-
guys would just like, you'll look at him across like the street or something, like he'll be your next door neighbor and he'll just be changing in his bedroom and you'll just be watching him.
No, actually, epic. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of want to do that.
Like,
What?
I want to.
You want to watch
What?
Apoc change in his bedroom?
No, What? No. I just want to live like next to Abel. That would be cool.
I thought you were saying that.
I,
Okay.
but I do want to meet you guys. Like, I want to
Yeah,
meet
I
you
would
guys
love
in
to meet you
person.
guys.
Bro, I want to meet you guys in summer. That's the most like good idea. Like the moment that I
Wait,
want. I can
Ezra,
meet
you
you
have
for years.
lakes and like beaches where you live, right?
Yes, we do.
Yeah, like we could
We-
hang out and like just swim at a lake or something.
Yeah, a
Do we
small
have-
like lake in the mountain. Yep, and then you like go to fields and shops. Like we can buy some food. Like
Yeah, we have bitches here too and shit. And we have a desert and snow in the same country.
And mark my
Like-
words, I will have a glow up in the next year or so. I will lose weight.
Willie, you have to visit Israel.
I want to
Um,
visit like Jerusalem, Israel. Like, I feel like if you're a Christian, you have to visit those places at least once in your life.
I agree. And then we can meet, and then I'll show you the country.
Yeah, yes. And
and the
we could do like 6 pack stuff in person.
Oh, we're just gonna do like we have Gucci official in here. Just straight up say, "Hey, fams."
We could,
Huh?
we could do the 6 pack and Martin Doyle. Martin Doyle and 6 pack could actually like do like a podcast in real life with each other.
Yeah, that would be sick.
Like, I'll be sitting next to your chair, like, at your desk, and we would just have BandLab or something open, and 6 pack would be like, "Aw, shit, nah, fam. Look who pulled up to my crib. Oh, I'm Marty Doyle when I pulled up to you, cuz. I told you I was gonna come to you."
Yes.
That would be sick.
Oh, this is gonna be great, bro. Like, I can't wait, Willie and Ninja. If you guys come here in Romania, I want you guys to come in to like, explore and let's say like record a song together and we have the same
Yeah.
exact mixing style. Like,
I will
just straight up.
100%, like, if that were to happen, not even work, like, it's gonna happen in the future. I'm gonna come for you, SVR. I'm coming for
Yes.
you.
You're coming for me. Let's go.
I'm gonna bring like a camera or something. And we're gonna like vlog or some shit.
Yes, I will
Yeah,
bring
once I
my.
grow up, I'm gonna go on my own.
Yeah,
Go with
yeah.
how I'm gonna use Hawaii phone and just start record right away. That shit.
That would be funny.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
I can't wait.
Ninja, hear me out. What if you just skip these last 2 questions of yours and we just like skip to like asking like SVR's thing?
All right.
All right. Say this, Ninja.
Okay. So, all right. We've been throwing questions your way the whole episode. Now it's your turn, SVR.
Yes.
Anything you want to ask us? Like, it could be
Yes.
about faith, life, music, Romania, whatever's on your mind. This is your moment.
This is my moment, gentlemen. This is technically part 2 of that, technically speaking.
Yes, ask all the questions you have.
For sure. What about mini games? Because I think.
Oh,
that's
we
also
have mini games. Don't worry.
Oh yeah. Okay. So I think after I'm asking you guys questions, then we get to the mini game, and then
Yeah.
we can.
Yeah.
All right.
And then the podcast ends after that.
Exactly. So I have questions when it comes to the topics of the whole genreism for each individual. I also have questions about music. So let me get to the first question, guys, shall we? So this is for both of you, the first question. Specifically about music. Did you guys like teach yourselves how to make music, or did y'all like have some kind of guidance that helped shape y'all's skills?
Are you gonna go first or me?
A little of both. Like, my taste and like the way I do my lyrics and everything, that's me. But then like learning everything, I'm gonna be honest. You, SVR, and Banana. APOC wasn't that good of a mentor. He did like teach me things, but he wasn't like good. Like he didn't like give me criticism and tell me what I was doing wrong and stuff. He was just like telling like he's
I
just
mean,
like you know.
I mean, not just online, but I'm also talking about in real life because I know when you discovered music, you discovered the online space. I'm gonna talk about like also in real life too, because what if one of your families like also were involved into like tell you piece of advice? You know what I'm saying? Like that's fine.
Nah, I'm gonna be honest. I think I'm the only one in my family that's like musically talented.
So it's
Besides, like my cousin that I told you about.
yes, he did tell me about the cousin like just a few hours for a few minutes ago, I believe. And what about you, Ninja?
Yeah, everything I did was on my own. I used to, uh, uh, like, I saw Apoc doing music. I saw how he's searching up beats, so I should do the same. I searched up beats, and I just put the beat on the background and open up OBS and just freestyled. Um,
Oh, I
and
used
then
to do the
I,
same thing. It was so bad.
yeah, and then I
You heard
stepped
one of the
up and
songs earlier.
I,
Yes.
yeah, and then I stepped to BandLab. I discovered BandLab, and I started learning alone and everything, and what mixing is and stuff, and what is how to flow, like what BPM means, and
Yes.
then until like I started actually getting pretty okay and alright rapper. You came in as VR, and then you criticized my song, and I've gotten better. And
Mhm.
I am a very solid rapper nowadays.
I am so glad I'm not like PBM, where like if SVR were to criticize me or Banana were to criticize me, I actually took their criticism and I learned and improved. I'm so glad I'm not like PBM, where I'm just like, I just think I'm better than them.
Hmm.
It's like it's not about be overconfident. Like you like when you like that's the thing. Don't have too much
Ego.
too much ego. Yeah, exactly. If if you know what you're doing, you're supposed to follow up. You know. So
Yeah. Do you have another questions?
yes, which is I will be asking it to Willie.
Yeah.
Now this is a regards about your nickname really, because there's been so many like wonderings about about this nickname that I don't really fulfill it yet like in my head really.
Willie
I
or
don't know
Hateful?
what
Like which
Hateful
nickname?
Slimy, yeah, Hateful Slimy. So let me ask you this: like, why, like, you did you choose the name Hateful Slimy in the first place? Like, what does it truly represent about who you are? Not just as an artist, but as a person behind the name. Is there a meaning that made this name feel like the right one to carry your identity in the first place?
I'm gonna be honest. The name has zero meaning at all. Nothing deep. I just put two words together, and I'm like, yeah, this is a name. I guess if you want to look for meaning, I guess you can say I'm a hateful bigot and Trump supporter, and I'm just slimy.
Slimy in terms of like what you do in life.
Yeah, I guess.
Like you're not the Young Thug, Gunna, or any type of
Young thug.
rappers.
Nah, the name has like no meaning.
So it's just like a random. It was something that popped out of your head. All right. Let me name it Hateful Slimy. I wanted to be hated. Something. I'm damn slimy now.
Yeah. I've thought about that actually. Like, what if people just misinterpret my name, Hateful Slimy, and think I'm like a hateful person or something?
Type shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Exactly. Exactly.
Like when PBM, for example, was accusing Ninja of like copying Ninja, like the Fortnite Ninja.
No, that's not true.
When in all reality, Ninja's just Ninja. Like it's just a name.
Yeah, PBM was
Yeah,
like,
he
PBM was
didn't
like, why
invent
did you
that.
copy Ninja?
I
I
mean, he's
did
not trying
not.
to be a Fortnite player or a YouTuber. He's trying to be himself.
Hey, you didn't even know Ninja existed when you made your name.
Yeah, that's true.
Exactly.
The meaning behind my name
Behind
is
I,
shut up.
It's just the
My
name.
but no, it's more about the discipline in my life.
Oh.
I am very disciplined like, in my life. If it's workouts, if it's reading the Torah or just doing things I don't want to do, but I know I need to do. And that's the power of discipline. And if you don't have it in your life, in my opinion, you're soft. In my opinion, if you need motivation and
So
things like that, if you rely on motivation, you're not gonna go far.
so basically, like you're more of a warrior type.
Yeah, ninjas, they're highly trained. They are mentally strong and physically.
Yeah, they are very
yeah.
they're gymnastically there, I guess you could say.
Yes.
This is for Ninja, and this is more talking about like the topic of Judaism, and so many
Right.
people have made a lot of like complaints about it, and it's kind of like it becomes so divisive, I guess you can say. So can you like tell me what are some like common like misconceptions people have about Judaism that you wish were cleared up?
Wait, can you repeat the question?
All right, let me
Sorry.
repeat the question. So I said, what are some common misconceptions people have about Judaism that you wish were cleared up?
Um. Uh. A lot of things, honestly. I think that
Like people think that
hatred.
you guys rule the world, for example, which I don't think that's true.
Yeah, like people are misinterpreting like the Torah verses from the Torah. AFOC did that once. We were talking about like how like about kosher, like why Jews can't eat meat with milk. He was completely twisting the verse in
Did
the
he
Torah. I'm not gonna get
intentionally
into it.
twist it, or did he just like not know the actual full context? Like he was just like,
Um,
was he being ignorant or was he just uneducated?
I think he was being I think he was being uneducated and ignorant at the same time, honestly.
Ah,
Uh, and I wish that people understood that Jews, we love everyone and we're not bad people. A lot of people think we're bad people, but like
you
we're
guys literally
just
believe that everybody can go to your version of heaven. I don't know if you actually
yes,
call it heaven. I don't know what you guys call paradise.
yeah. We call it Garden of Eden. But in English, I'm just
Mm,
saying heaven.
Yeah,
Garabina. Yeah, I've heard that phrase before.
like
Yeah.
Yeah.
you guys literally believe that everyone has a chance to be saved no matter what you believe in. How is that hateful? How are you guys hateful?
It's not hateful, and people are just twisting verses, and also during like plagues and economic collapses, like Jews were always frequently blamed. Like a major example that I have is the Black Death. Like we Jews were accused of poisoning wells. It led to massacres. It was horrible.
Yeah.
Mm.
I feel like the two most like preyed upon religions in history is Jews and Christians. Like Christians during the Crusades, for example, they were raped, beaten, beheaded, murdered, etc. by Muslims. And like Jews, like throughout the entirety of history.
Yeah. Like also in the 19th and the 20th centuries, especially in Europe, Jews were always targeted,
It's
like
wrong.
Nazis.
Yeah.
And
It's like
Ninja,
yeah.
it's no coincidence that the two religions that like both are very similar. Christianity says like like the Jews are God's people and like Israel is Jews' lands and stuff like that. like they're targeted by majority of the world. Jews also like side with Christians. They're targeted by majority of the world. I don't think that's a coincidence.
It's definitely not a coincidence.
Exactly.
Because, like, let's say in the Quran, it's subjectively inconsistent.
Like, you're
It's
allowed
just-
to make fun of Jews and Christianity, and people think, oh yeah, that's funny. But if you go and make jokes about, like, Buddhism or, like, Muslims and shit, like, you'll get canceled. And I think that's stupid.
It is. It's very retarded.
Like, I find it very offensive.
Yeah, it is. It's very offensive, in my opinion. We should express ourselves.
Yeah.
It's like saying, right? It's like a saying, like if you say, oh, for example, on X, right? People were just gonna immediately like dog water on you and be like, "Don't say that. Don't say that about fruit. You're objectively wrong."
Yeah,
Like
people are making conspiracy theories on Jews. They like some
People are
wrong
blaming Jews for
conspiracy theory.
9/11. Like, I've been seeing that
Like-
all over Twitter lately for some reason.
Like those were Arabs, dude. I saw that on YouTube Shorts, and like wrong theories. They blame Jews for controlling media, banks, or fucking governments, bro.
like
It's so dumb.
damn, bro. Like damn.
And then people say that Jews or Christians owned slaves in history. Newsflash: every race, every religion in history has owned slaves, and they have also
We were-
been slaves.
Yeah,
White
like
people
we were
were slaves
enslaved
at
by
one. Like, white people were slaves at one point, for example. Jews were slaves. World War II is an example of this. You guys were literally put into camps.
Yeah, in my opinion, genocide is worse than. No, it's not in my opinion. Genocide is worse than slavery. It's worse.
At least in
And
slavery,
we were-
you're not being murdered. Yeah, you're being
Yeah, and we
mistreated
were enslaved.
horribly. But, like, at least you're alive.
Yeah, and we were enslaved in the Torah days by Egyptians. Everyone was enslaved at one point. Like, what do you not understand? Like, right now, blacks are being enslaved by other blacks. And no one can say the N-word. No whites can say the N-word because blacks are specifically, they hate whites. And I think that's retarded. Like, if you're Puerto Rican or some shit, you can say the N-word, but you're not African American. Or not African
Of
in
course,
general.
obviously, because like think about this logically here. Good, when you're white, they will think, oh, saying the N word is something completely like, oh, in the most not racist way. It's like you're allowed to say it, but in all reality, it's kind of like making fun of that kind of slavery towards blacks because you basically are targeting black people.
Yeah, I can make my own N-word. We as Jews, we can restrict other people that non-Jews that you can say the Nazi word. You can say the word Nazi
Exactly.
now. Like,
So you guys would just start calling your friends and stuff like, oh, what up, my Nazi?
Oh my god!
it's the exact same thing. It's stupid.
Exactly. Like, if it's a bad word, don't say it. Like, just like if it's, as Morgan Freeman said, if you want to stop racism, stop talking about it. It's not going to go away if you keep going on and on and on and on about it.
Exactly. It's just retarded. The whole N-word thing is retarded, in my opinion.
Yeah. Like, Morgan Freeman said, why do blacks have a Black History Month but Jews don't have a Jewish History Month? He said, why is my history in 1 month but you other people don't have a month?
Yeah, because the word is just racist.
Yeah.
Nothing
But
you can
SVR,
do.
what's your next question?
Yeah, we go in a long tangent, I know.
Yeah.
But it's more engaged to be this way, I guess. So this is a question towards you, Willie, and this is specifically about your initial thought of like the idea of people that make this type of music, where it's like all the broken cars, all the drug deals, all the violence, all that bull. So can you like tell me what are your thoughts on people making music about street life? Do you think like generally it's an important form of storytelling, or do you think there are limits to what should be said, especially when it comes to freedom of speech?
Okay, if it's like a story about the ghetto where it's like, you know the movie Boys in the Hood? That movie is
Yes.
amazing. It's beautiful. I love that movie. Like that is like it's not glorifying and romanticizing like hood life. It's showing that it's horrible and people shouldn't live that way. And that people die living that life. I don't like if you're gonna make songs about that, be real about it. Don't be like, yeah, I'm a thug, I'm a gangster, yeah, I have money, I have hoes. Like, don't rap like that. Like, actually talk about the violence and how like it affects your life. Be like talk about how it gets people killed. Like Kanye, for example, and I forget the exact song that this he said this in, but like he was talking about how like people will be glorifying uh the ghetto life, but yet someone's niece will be laying on the pavement dying. And
Mhm.
people are like rapping about that like it's a lifestyle. Is basically what he was
Yeah.
saying.
But in all reality, like you know, because sometimes people when they, as like you said, like I'm gonna be a thug, I'm gonna shoot your ass, ha ha ha,
Like,
because I'm a gangster.
yeah. Have you ever seen the movie Freedom Riders?
Quite a bit, yeah,
Yeah.
not full.
That movie is really good, and it shows that like the gangster life or hood life is oh so bad. It's just like movies like The Boys in the Hood or Freedom Riders. I really love those movies.
Yeah, and
That's the storytelling that I like about like thug life and stuff. I love those stories. So if you're gonna tell a story like that, tell it like that.
yeah, tell like that. As long as you
Don't
don't say like
glorify
make,
it.
don't glorify it, don't make like death threats or anything like that, because that's not the representation of making the music. And it's 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 wrong. It's you basically want war.
Yeah, don't try to
Like
make it sound like being a gangster is something that's fun or appealing. No, don't glorify it. It's a bad way to live, and you should teach that in your music.
Jago glorifies it.
Yeah, he brags about killing people. Why would you want blood on your hands? That's just what people will go to war and kill people, and then they'll come back a completely different person. And yet Jago is celebrating it. Like that's how I know that Jago's full of shit. He's never done it. He's not about that life. He doesn't actually live in the hood. He's not a gangster. He hasn't killed or shot people.
God, I think he
Because
lived in a good neighborhood.
because good like actual people that have killed and shot people, they're destroyed. Like they're not the same. They're like if you look into their eyes, which I have seen people like actual war veterans or just like people that have actually killed people. They're just sad. They're not human anymore. I don't mean that in a mean way. I mean like they're lost. They lost themselves.
they lost touch, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know what you mean, and that's kind of the thing that happens kind of in Romania too. There's been drug deals a lot, the occasions. And if it's small minimum, it's small minimum, obviously.
Yeah, the crime rate in Romania is worse than America's.
Yeah, cause like, although it's not huge, it's kind of bad, like very bad. Like you put all these young people in drug deals, you put them into broken cars. Like, what the hell is wrong with you? Like,
Yeah, our crime rates, 80% of them are ungrateful Arabs and Muslims that we saved from, let's say, Syria they're ungrateful for living in a safe country that you can express yourself, but now they're ungrateful because we're
Yeah.
Jews.
It's
By the
like
way,
there's
this is
nothing
the
wrong.
longest podcast so far. We have been going for 3 hours.
It's like it's nothing wrong to talk about a straight life, but don't be like a kind of guy to talk about killing people
Yeah, you can
for
talk
purpose.
about it, but don't glorify it.
Exactly.
Like, tell the truth
Exactly.
about it. Be like, yeah, like, people are dying and it's horrible. Like, talk about that. Be like, tell the gruesome truth. Don't
There's some
glorify it.
truth about talk about the aspect, the harsh truth about being a gangster.
Talk
Yeah,
about how,
that's
like, mothers are losing their sons in these stupid gang wars and, like, talk about that. Like, that's the stuff that matters.
exactly. Like
But yeah, what's your next
just the,
question?
this question is for both of you actually. For this fifth question in mind. So you guys do follow up politics, right?
Yeah, we do.
Loosely. I haven't really kept up in the past few months, but yeah.
Have you guys noticed how annoying it gets whenever you watch it? It's so like it's so I guess you could say like it's always one sided. Like I really don't get it. Like I have a question for both of you, and I want to be like kind of a wondering of awareness and kind of like just brush it off. I guess you can say. But do you guys like hate how divided politics have become these days?
Yes, like America, for example, right now. We're called the United States of America, but I don't think we're united at all. I think everybody hates each other. Families are turning on families. Friends are turning on families, all because of some stupid politics. Like, your brother will find out that you're a Trump supporter, and he'll block you and disown
Mm-hmm.
you, and he'll claim that he's no longer like. By the way, that's not me. Like, I'm not. That's not like actual personal experience. I'm just using it as an example.
Mm-hmm.
Or
No
like,
worries.
let's say, like your mom, like for example, could like be like, "Ah, you supported Biden. You're a horrible, nasty human being." Like,
Yeah, we love Trump here, the whole country.
yeah, like I love Trump. Like, I don't blindly support him. There's stuff I disagree with him on, but like I still support him overall. But like, I don't hate other people for not supporting him, but they hate me for supporting him, and I think that's wrong.
Yep.
My country, we don't have like a democracy or like a republic thing. We have a thing called far right and far left, particularly. What we call it in Romania. This is far right, far left. And I know you guys not aware of Romanian politics. It's kind of the same thing that happens in my country, which like everything that they say is like complete lies in the television. They would, and not only that, but what's so annoying is that we have to get to elections like months after months, like votes after votes, like just straight up, like it's like they completely like only like scrap it because of the whole Russian invaders in Moldova, and I'm like, okay. So all of this was a waste of time. Like,
Yeah.
and not only that, just the way how they express, like say stuff like that completely is all made up. That like it's something real to happen. I just hate that.
Yeah. Well,
That
overall,
they
I agree with you on what you think of politics.
Yeah,
What
I
about you,
believe
Ninja?
I believe that politics are extremely divided right now, around the world. I believe that it's especially divided in topics like Israel and Palestine. Like the war in Gaza, it has sparked global outrage, and like deep division, even with families, like friends, and like it's just horrible. And people like APOC are uh like twisting truth, and it's really annoying. And people are supporting Palestine blindly, but they're just ignorant or uneducated, and it's really annoying.
Mm. I can
I
see
think the
that.
people in America that are supporting Palestine, they're uneducated, but the people that are supporting Palestine, like from Palestine, they're the ignorant ones.
Yes, they are. They. I'm sorry for for the truth, but I think that the
Don't
civilians.
apologize for truth. Never.
I
If you if
I
you if you apologize to these idiots, if you give them 3 inches, they'll take a mile.
So I think they brought this war on themselves. They brought this death on themselves. Uh, with the whole Netanyahu killing the civilians because they're being held hostage. They're being held hostage for a reason. They're not Hamas didn't spawn out of nowhere. There was an election in 2006 that the civilians voted for Hamas. That was their choice. They ruined their future, their kids' future, and they just killed themselves and their kids. I believe that their hope went out the door back in 2006 when they voted for Hamas. They knew they were a violent and extremist group. They knew they were terrorists, and the only reason why they voted for them is because they hate Jews and they want the Israelites to die. That's how I believe that the civilians the Netanyahu's actions are very justified because of that reason. So,
Hmm.
what are your thoughts, Willie?
I don't really have any other thoughts besides like the stuff I tell you like in calls and the stuff that we talked about with the APOC episode.
Do you agree with me though? Because they voted for Hamas. They
Yeah,
knew it was gonna
overall,
happen.
I think Palestine's the one that's in the wrong. And
Yeah, sure,
by
Netanyahu.
the way, just to be clear, I don't like. I don't think Netanyahu is in the wrong whatsoever. I just think like it could just be handled better. I'm not saying he's wrong. He's just doing what he can with what
Oh, I mean, yeah, he's bombing civilians. That's true. But are we actually gonna pay the price? Like, send 18-year-old soldiers to Gaza to sacrifice themselves? No, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that over a mistake that happened in 2006 that civilians voted for Hamas. We're not gonna send our 18-year-old soldiers to kill themselves. No, we're not gonna do that. We we care for our soldiers. They're not just numbers. They're people. Like, it's just like,
Hmm.
we're not gonna pay for their fucking thing. We're not gonna kill ourselves because civilians voted for Hamas. No, we're gonna bomb them because we're not gonna sacrifice ourselves.
Whew. Jeez.
What I
You think?
think.
Sorry. Huh?
Yeah, that's what I think.
yeah.
If you disagree with me, it's fine, but like, we're not gonna sacrifice our sons. Just not.
No, I just want to know what you were thinking and stuff like
Yeah.
that. That's pretty much it. Nothing
Yeah,
else.
I
I just think
agree with
politics
like
is retarded.
I agree. We're very divided. But SVR, what's your next question? Unless that's
This
it.
next question. No, no, I have at least like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 questions more, and then we're gonna get to the mini game.
All right.
Uh, so this next question is for you, Willie. So have you ever like had a thought of about making a song focusing on specific mental disorder you have personally experienced? I feel like generally speaking, that could really connect with people going through the same thing.
Um, I've already talked about like depression, anxiety, and stuff. I mean, I could always talk about that more, which I will 100%. Because like you shouldn't just talk about it once and you're done. But no, I don't really want to talk about like autism or anything because like to me, I'm just a normal
I know it's
person.
touchy.
No, it's not that it's touchy. To me, I'm just a normal person like everyone else. I don't want to pretend like I'm special or something just because I'm autistic. I don't want to be like, oh yeah, I have a superpower. I don't want people to like just look at me and be like, just be sympathetic just because of what I am. I don't want to look for attention about that.
Hmm.
And
That's understandable.
that's like the problem with like all these furries, transgenders, or gay people nowadays. They just want attention because of what they are. They're like, I'm gay, so you gotta pay attention to me.
Hmm.
Yeah,
I mean, that's understandable where you're coming from. I mean,
yeah.
you don't have to do that. I mean, you can talk about like manic.
I mean, I'm
manic.
fine with talking about it, like, but I don't want to glorify it. I don't want to be like, oh yeah, I have autism. Look at me go. I have a superpower. Like,
No, you could you could just like talk about like artifacts about it. You could talk about like
I could talk
manic
about I could
episodes.
talk about how I struggle and stuff with it, but yeah.
Yeah, you can like talk about manic episodes, mood swings, any of that. Like you haven't done it in a while. Like you
Yeah.
can just embrace it, and you
You
can
know,
like.
I might actually do that.
Just don't call your song Autistic Emotions. What is that title? Just like he talked about other like stuff that he has in his life. Just call it Emotions. Not,
I haven't listened to that song by PBM yet. I don't want to.
honestly, spoiler, it's pretty damn bad. With all respect to PBM.
Damn, I thought it
But
was
he's
gonna be
improving.
amazing.
Huge.
I'm kidding.
I know you're kidding, Willie.
But
Okay,
yeah,
so this next question is for Ninja here. This is about music. So,
Mhm.
what's one thing in music that you find really immersive that, pulls you in every time?
Immersive.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I like the message in music. That like the biggest thing on music that I do is the message. I really care about it. Like I'm not gonna talk about generic topics. Like you could see in my channel, most of my songs, they're actually meaningful and not bullshit song like the Ray Gun song by Miles.
Yeah.
that song is
Ray
actually so
Gun.
fun. Raygoed!
I go.
Pew 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 pew!
Yeah, it
Yep.
was funny as hell though. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and also like music is is immersive because it has a unique ability to like shift your mental state, and it could like pull you into an emotional, mental, or even a physical world. And yeah, man, like it really has like layers to it.
Like
Identity.
onions.
If it's yeah, like onions. I like the Shrek reference. But yeah, like if it's the identity, if it's the emotional transport,
That's
that's
good.
yeah.
That's good. That's good that you really are rely on music that is like about the messenger.
No, it's not.
Yes.
Why are you lying? That's not a good thing. Are you stupid? I'm kidding.
Oh, shut up! Anyway. This question goes for Willie. Now
That's
we
me.
talked about
That's
this.
me. I'm Willie.
Yes, you are Willie. Your name is Willie Silly. Anyway, so this question is about like finding it this kind of diss tracks. These type of diss tracks that a lot of people in the community do. It's like something. It's like a jokes to you. It's not out of competition or sportsmanship. Now, can you like elaborate it? Like, why do you think generally? Why do you think diss tracks are a joke to you? Do you
Oh yeah,
think
by
it
the
has? Do you think as? Sorry, let me ask him first.
yeah.
Do you think it has to do with the culture around them, or is it something else, Willie?
By the way, I completely agree with that. Diss tracks are cringe, but yeah, Willie talk.
I think diss tracks are cringe because you're not really saying anything of meaning. You're not really, like, you're not talking about something that matters. You're just shitting on someone else. You're just talking about another man.
In a face value.
Like, you're not really saying anything meaningful. You're just talking. Like, you're just talking shit instead of like trying to help someone or like tell a story. You're just like dissing someone. You're just talking shit. Like, you're not doing anything worthwhile. I think
I
it's
agree with
pointless.
that.
I mean, there is many cases when they are doing it for competition. You know, they're not like doing it because like they want to shit.
Oh, I get
wanna,
that.
like-
Like, it's fine. Be competitive or whatever. I'm just not going to be.
Yeah, because sometimes a lot of them they want to do it competition because they want to respect like the whole hip hop world. It's kind of like the representation of like that's that real hip hop is competitiveness. Type.
I'm not
you
trying to
wanna-
prove myself. I'm not trying to act like I'm some big rapper when I'm not. I'm just me. I'm gonna talk about what's important to me. I don't care about proving myself.
No, like,
just
why
me.
I think
That's
like
fair. Yeah.
there's this artist in the community. He's like really good. His name is K Stack. He's my favorite rapper in the community. Um, and he's like right now he released like 2 diss tracks, and I'm like, your normal tracks are way better than this. Like, yeah, I'm gonna listen to it once, but I'm not gonna listen to it twice or like
But
a
there's
few
no
times.
reason to go back to diss tracks.
Yeah, exactly. Like I'm just like his song Lifestyle. It's amazing. I go back to it time to time. It's really good. I even commented there. Shout out to K Stock. He's really good.
Yes. You're fat.
That's fair, Willie. I mean, that's fair because you don't want it to crave it for attention. You just want to stay your own lane. You want
Yeah.
to do normal
I don't
stuff
want to
instead of-
prove myself. I want to talk about what's important to me. And that isn't
You
another
wanna
man.
prove how you wanna prove your love to APOC.
That's
And
if
the
he
only
likes
time
to.
I do diss tracks is if I'm making fun of the idea of diss tracks. Like when I was dissing PBM. Like, all of those. None of that was serious. And it was
It
fun.
really wasn't.
And it was funny watching PBM take it serious.
It was.
This next question is for you, Ninja. Now, so many people are rather stay in their own lane to where they want to continue their music career to, be financially well stable enough to keep their business themselves instead of be a part of it. And I want to wonder yourself because you're an underground musician and a rapper particularly. Would you like stay independent in your music career, or are you like open to signing with a record label, specifically selling your soul?
Or muted? Shit, sorry. I didn't know I was muted. I'd rather stay independent, honestly, because
I agree.
um
Agree.
it has creative control. You can make your fucking calls. No one edits my vision. I do whatever the fuck I want. And obviously ownership. You keep
Yeah, if I
full
want to
rights.
rap about literal horse shit, I'm allowed. And no one can tell me otherwise. I'm not gonna rap about horse shit, but if I wanted to. I should be allowed.
Yeah, and then the revenue, all my money, like if I'm gonna
It
make
all
money
goes to
off of
you.
raps. Yeah, exactly. And like, yeah, it has some cons. Like, yeah, I do fund everything, but it's really not all that expensive. So like, it's all right. And the thing with labels, they just have less, like, you have less
Just
control
because
and
you're
the revenue
independent
split.
doesn't mean you can't have a team. Like, look at Tom McDonald, for example, or like Dax. Dax has Lexnor. Uh, Tom McDonald has his family that helps him out.
Hmm. Exactly. I'd rather have independence. What do you think, SVR?
I think it's cool to stay independent because like you have more fresh air of your space. Like
Yeah.
you know, when you're working yourself up from all the way up and try to continue to earn yourself financially and try to provide, you know, what you need is like an engineer and all that, like all by yourself to do. Especially, it's very hard to do it by yourself. But just remember, hard tasks could be very easy task when you're getting used to it. You know. So, honestly, I bless you. So
Yeah.
and honestly, I think staying independent is a good thing rather than signing to a record label that
Look
try
at
to screw
Justin
you
Bieber
up.
right now. He is literally fighting in court and fighting for his soul right now. Fighting for his
Oh
life.
yeah, bro. You could see how he looks. Bro. He looks terrified.
Like, he is
Like
trying to get free. He's a prisoner.
What's happening with him? I haven't heard.
I think you guys already talked about it like in the last episode.
Yeah, so basically Justin Bieber, when he was a child, he signed to a record label. And they basically owned him as a child. He was basically a slave to this record label. He was forced to make this music for years. And now he found God, found Jesus, and he's awake, and he's trying to get free, but they won't let him free. He's bound by a contract. They own him. They literally own his name. He's not allowed to use his own name outside of his music. Justin Bieber, his actual name, and he's fighting for that.
What the fuck?
Yeah, they own him.
There you go.
That
It's
I
so
would
fucked
never
up.
sign. I'm never.
It is
If
so
if
fucked
I had
up.
the if I had a choice between like losing the career that I have, like if I were to gain one, or signing, I'd lose it. I don't care.
Yeah, man.
I'm not going to be a prisoner.
As long as you stay alive, of course. You know.
Yeah.
Like, that's, you have to think, like, why did Chester from
Lincoln Park.
yeah, Lincoln Park, why did he kill himself? Why did Kurt Cobain kill himself? Why do so many musicians kill themselves? Why are they always so depressed and unhappy?
Because
They're owned.
there's several. Yeah, because and also because of fame, in general relevancy. Think about this too, deeply here, because Rob, what's his name? Robin Williams, or whatever his name was, Robbie Williams. Yeah. He like killed himself over the fact that he had too much relevancy and fame around him, the cloud that he had. He didn't want it to become popular and stuff like that. That's the same thing goes for Chester. He killed himself over a fame that really got it.
Which he would have never gotten if he didn't sign his soul.
Exactly.
Like,
Exactly.
I don't want that to happen to me. I'm never signing my soul.
No one does, man. We all wanted to stay independent and stay our own lane. Like,
And
that's the
in
only
my
thing that
opinion,
will keep
Kurt
us
Cobain
safe.
is really inspiring to me. Like, not just like his life and stuff, but his music too.
I mean, think about what he was going through.
Yeah. He was literally singing so hard that he would bleed out of his mouth. That is inspiring.
Yeah.
Like, he did that, like, now that I think about it, what if he's, like, he was forced to sing that hard? Like, he was just, like, he wanted breaks and stuff, but, like, the record label, they just, like, kept making him do these concerts over and
Disobey
over
him,
again.
yeah.
So, like, it
Exactly,
just took a toll and he killed himself.
Yeah, basically like disobey. Yeah, disobey him.
Yeah, man.
Alright, is that all your questions, or do you have more?
Well, I have one last question.
Alright.
And this is for both of you guys. Now, this is where it's like we are in this like moment where it's like, you know, what if we have accomplished this? What if we never got to this kind of side project of this hobby that we are passionate about? What we will be doing instead in our lives? So I'm gonna ask you this, Willie and Ninja. If music was no longer an option for you guys, what would y'all be doing in life instead?
The next best thing that I'm good at, streaming or making videos. Either way, in my opinion, God wants me to, like, be a voice for people and entertain them and, like, just make people happy. Whether that's through music or just, like, entertainment. Because, like, I'm good at editing. I'm good at just talking, being funny, and entertaining. In my opinion. And, like, a lot of people tell me that, too. That's also another reason why I think that. And, like, I'm also, like, I've improved a lot in music, so, like, it's, I think this is God's plan, and I say this actually all the time. Like, I actually, I will ask God, like, if this isn't meant to, like, be, then cut this out of my life, make this fail. And none of that has happened, so I think it's, like, I'm meant to do this.
Yeah.
Well, it's good that you like have tried something that you've never done before, that you like it so much that you wanted to do it.
Yeah, what about you, Ninja? Like,
What about you, Ninja?
Is it like a career or a hobby? And like,
It could be like, you know, when you like when as a passion, really. Yeah.
my plans in life is once I graduate, I'm gonna like be in the military, probably a truck driver, and also have a job. So two
Nice.
jobs, and then move to another country.
Uh,
Probably America. But if it's like a hobby or passion, probably like or YouTube or make films. Like
oh.
or like the
of
Ninja
course
voice
you
actor.
want to be in Hollywood. The Jew wants to
Oh
run
my fuck.
Hollywood.
Ninja voice actor confirmed? Question mark?
Yeah, if music was not my thing, definitely
The
like
Jew
direct
wants to
stuff
run Hollywood. What is wrong with you?
or be an actor.
Bro's about to get involved in the Has-Been Hotel. Watch.
But yeah, now we're gonna go on to the would you rather stuff, SVR.
Yes.
First one, would you rather be able to write one perfect song and never write again, or make hundreds of good songs that no one remembers?
100 songs that no one remembers. Yes.
Nice.
Because at the end of the day, every song that I have on release is in an vault. So I want people to see that they can't wait to see what I have in the store. So yeah.
Yeah, makes sense. Would you rather lose your music or lose your ability to feel emotions?
Lose ability to feel emotions. Because if I lose music, what's the point of conveying? What's the point of giving my voice? What's the point of creating?
Well, there's other outlets. In my opinion, I'd rather lose my ability to make music because I could still get my message across in other ways. Like, I can stream, I can make videos. If I lose my ability to feel emotions, then I can't put any of, like, the emotions I have now into my music. So the music's
Oh,
just
yeah.
Actually, I would take back to what I said because that sounded so wrong to me. So I would say lose the music because I would say the same thing say the same thing that you said here.
yeah.
Like you know, considering I have so many songs in the vault, I would still have to express my emotions through streams about how I feel and shit. Not as quite often.
Yeah.
I want to keep everything entertained. So yeah.
All right, Ninja, you
Go
ask
on.
yours.
So, okay. Would you rather be understood by a small group or loved by millions who don't really know you?
Understood by a small group.
Hey man, I was thinking that in my head.
Yeah, I agree. Would you rather live forever in your favorite moment or keep moving forward with no guarantees?
Live in the moment.
I agree with that too.
Nice. But yeah, man, this was deep, SVR. Oh, this was a 3-hour podcast. You took us through a huge journey with every answer. Final question though. What's the one thing you hope people remember from this conversation we had today?
To remember everything that has been talked about in the podcast, how personal, how fulfilled it was, and just straight up to be engaged.
Yeah.
Like I feel like they should remember the moment where when I say something that completely doesn't hold me back, what I say is something that it's something that a public speaker would.
Nice.
Um, and where can people find your music if they're only gonna hear one song? What's the one they should start with?
Okay, so for the first thing is go to my YouTube channel, the SVR.
Yeah, I'll tag it in the description.
And check it out for the playlist. Every song that I've released for the past few years, up to the bottom, and they should remember like songs that are meaningful, that are relatable.
What specific
Which one do you
songs
think
should
they should start with?
Yeah, like what's?
Reclusive.
I agree. I was gonna say reclusive, either reclusive or vivid. Like I think vivid is one of your best songs.
Especially how jazzy it sounds.
But yeah, thank you everybody so much for watching. If you enjoyed the podcast, if you even got through the 3 hours and 42 minutes, leave a like rating if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're not already, and yeah, this is the longest episode yet. Yeah, peace out. This has been the Rage Mode
Peace.
podcast. What? Okay.